From Whitehouse Field in Harwich, Massachusetts, we've got a double dip on a Saturday afternoon between the Gatemen and the Mariners. Welcome, everybody, on GBN. We're excited to bring you some action. Alongside Gabe Genovesi, I'm Jonah Karp. Gabe, let's get right into it. Let's talk about yesterday first. A 15-4 victory for the Wareham Gatemen, their largest win this season, and their biggest offensive output in about 12 months.
Exactly. 15 runs, the most of this season and the most since July of last year. 15 runs, 20 hits for Wareham yesterday, and like you said, the best and biggest offensive performance of the season. The pitching did their job as well. Ian Bedell was fantastic once again, but a big win for Wareham, who wins now 2 in a row, couple straight victories. They stay in first place in the Western Division, and hopefully they can get a couple of victories over Harwich today.
It's a battle of teams that are, well, I guess you could say polar opposites. Wareham, a very good hitting team, very good contact hitting team. Harwich, not so much.
No, Wareham, the best average in this Cape Cod Baseball League. It was 278 going into yesterday. Of course, raises up after the 20 hits yesterday into the 280s. And really, despite a few games struggle there for Wareham where they only scored 6 runs in 4 games, this offense has been fantastic all season long. Hopefully yesterday was the breaking out of that slump, and we see more of the same here today against Harwich, who has a fairly decent pitching staff but hasn't been able to hit the ball well.
If you look at the numbers, Harwich is dead last in the Cape Cod League in batting average, batting just .218 this year, 61 runs, that's the fewest in the Eastern Division, 131 hits, that's also the fewest in the Eastern Division. Meanwhile, you have Wareham, who leads the entire league in both batting average and hits and strikes out the least amount of times. Completely polar opposites. That's why Harwich is 8-12 on the season, and the Gatemen are 11-8-1, and they're back in first place despite yesterday having, I guess you could say, their ace on the mound and him not having his best performance.
And by not his best performance, you mean
right, it's all relative.
Ian Bedell finally gave up a couple of runs. He still got the win, went 2-0, went 5 innings, only gave up 5 hits. 4 of them were in the 5th inning. He was dominant through 4 innings, gave up 2 runs in that 5th inning. Still, no walks, 7 strikeouts for Ian Bedell. He got his scoreless streak up to 19 1/3 innings pitched without giving up a run before giving up 2 runs with 2 outs in the 5th. So he's now pitched 19 2/3 innings, and he's only given up 2 runs. ERA still well under 1.
Let's talk about the big moneymaker yesterday, Braden Ward. I mean, holy smokes, what a day he had.
I mean, quite frankly, I know I'm 21 and you're 20, but
allegedly,
one of the best hitting performances, if not the best hitting performance I've seen from a collegiate baseball player in person. 6 for 6. The 2-run homer had a double as well, along with the 4 singles. The speed is unbelievable for Braden Ward. The double was actually just a bloop hit out to center field, and he stretched it into the double. What can you say about the Washington Husky? He raised his average from 278 to 350 yesterday, and in the 278 was only because he had went 0 for 5 the game before. Braden Ward was consistently a 300 hitter, finally had a bad day, and then made up for it yesterday going 6 for 6. It's funny how baseball can work out that way sometimes. You go 0 for 5 one day, Braden Ward goes in, I'll just get right back up to where I'm supposed to be, and he goes 6 for 6.
So the offense has started to perk up for this Wareham Gatemen team. It didn't show up the last time they played Harwich. It ended in a 3-1 final, and they only played 5 official innings.
Only 5 official innings. Like you just said, the final score was 3-1. That was part of a drought where Wareham just couldn't really get the bats going. Aaron Davenport, who's not with the Gatemen anymore, took the loss that night. Fogg canceled that game after 5 innings. It was just 1 run in the 4th inning for Wareham. They had just 3 hits in the first 5 innings of that ball game. You look for a different story today here at Whitehouse Field.
The Gatemen look to stay red hot. We're going to send it to break. We're going to come back a little bit later and preview today's matchup and get you ready for first pitch. On the other side of this break, Javik Blake sitting down with your pregame interview. Stick around. Stay tuned. Find out who that is. The 99 Restaurant is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit them in Centerville, Falmouth, Mashpee, Wareham, or Yarmouth this summer and try some local flavor from the winner of the Cape Times Best Restaurant for Takeout. The 99, always the real deal. The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gatemen and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more. The 2019 Cape League All-Star Game will be played at Eldridge Park, home of the Orleans Firebirds. Mark the date on your calendar, Sunday, July 21st. Game time is 6 p.m., but the gates open at 2. One highlight will be the home run hitting contest. There will also be an autograph session and a large merchandise village with items from many of the teams. Be sure to buy your tickets now right here at the merchandise stand. Tickets are just $5, and part of the proceeds will support our Wareham Gatemen. Back here on the Gatemen Baseball Network, getting ready for first pitch between the Mariners and the Gatemen, game one of a doubleheader today. First pitch scheduled for 3 o'clock, so we're going to keep on chugging along on the Gatemen Pregame Show. Right now, let's send it over to Javik Blake, standing by with the man of the hour from yesterday's game, Braden Ward.
Thanks, guys. Here's with Braden Ward, the player of the game last night. Had a fantastic night. Have you ever had a night like that before in your life?
No, I've never gone 6 for 6. That was pretty incredible.
Were you seeing things differently at the plate at all? Do you see certain pitches coming in differently?
No, I just our coach was talking about how we just need to sit fastballs, stick to our approach, and I guess I just had a good night. It happens.
Well, it worked out perfectly for you guys and the Gatemen as well. But I was talking to Coach Weinstein yesterday, and he said that a huge thing for players is not get too high or too low after games. Is there anything in particular you did not to get too high after that game last night?
Not really, I don't really like talking about myself. I still probably have a big issue about, so I try to kind of just forget about it, and worry about today, worry about tomorrow.
Now, you had a 4 for 6 game against Northern Colorado back in February, a 5 for 6 game this year at Washington State back in May. How does last night compare to those games?
I think it was last night because it's summer ball and whatnot. It was more relaxing and it was more fun, I guess you could say. Just being with the boys out here and just being able to relax the play, especially with a big lead, and just have fun doing it. So that's probably more.
Did it get easier as the game went on when you guys had that 15-4 lead up by 11 runs, really cruising to a victory?
It didn't get easier, but it allowed you to, not be so tense up there, not have to worry about, moving a guy, striking out, getting a job done. It was more you're just up there, just competing and having fun playing baseball.
Usually that leadoff or somewhere near the top of the order for the Gatemen, usually in one of the top 2 positions. What's your mindset at the plate for your first AB?
My first AB always just to get on base, cause havoc on the bases, and have, I think McClain batted 2 last night, have someone hit me in. So that's the main thing, is just to score early.
And causing havoc on the bases, something you do well. Was there any point in time where you noticed that you were maybe had some elite speed?
In high school, I stole a lot of bags, but I never really thought anything of it. But when I started doing like camps and like those prospect shows, and I was faster in all of them too, that's when I started to realize maybe I actually am fast for California. And then now, playing against a bunch of teams from all over the country, I realize, I am pretty fast. I got to use that.
Well, you did go first to home on an overthrow to first base. That's pretty impressive. But now in an interview before your freshman season at Washington, you said that you used to joke when you were younger that you'd just be a pinch runner in the pros. You hit a home run last night. You went for 6 for 6. Do you think they're going to let you hit now too?
I got to prove I can hit up there too. If I'm a September call-up, I'll pinch run. That's all I care about.
Now halfway through the season, has anything exceeded your expectations about playing in the Cape?
Say that again?
Has anything exceeded your expectations so far about playing in the Cape?
I think the guys, I thought going to the Cape was going to be a lot more. It is serious, and you have to take every game serious and try to win and compete. But I thought it was going to be a little more, a little more. It would be tougher, not tougher. How do I say this? I thought it was going to be more serious, But a lot of the guys, we're all still having fun. It's still summer ball, which I didn't really think I was going to get like that vibe. So that's really exceeded my expectations. The pitching has been, as tough or tougher than I expected. I knew it was going to be tough. So That's pretty much it.
All right, well, thank you so much, Braden. Best of luck today.
Awesome.
And we'll see you on the field. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thanks so much, Javik. Talking to Braden Ward, who went 6 for 6 yesterday. Some unprecedented territory, something I've never seen, something, well, Gabe has never seen either. We addressed that earlier on the Gatemen Pregame Show. Gabe, I'm going to put you to the test. I'm going to put you on the spot. Sum up Braden Ward's performance last night in 3 words or less. Go.
Marvelous.
That was 1 word. You have 2 more to work with.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I guess you don't have to. I did say or less.
Yeah, or less.
All right.
1 word. Marvelous. Spectacular. Jaw-dropping.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
All right, we'll get the thesaurus up.
I mean, it really was something that most people hadn't seen. I love the way he talked about just, he's a little more relaxed, especially with just the way the game was going, the big lead, it being summer ball. And, he had a 4 for 6 day in college. He had a 5 for 6 day in college. But he was just loose at the plate, and he wasn't really thinking about anything else, just hitting the ball, and he was able to smack a few singles up the middle, the 2-run home run as well, stretched a single into a double. It's absolutely amazing what Braden Ward can do on a baseball field.
Braden Ward, loosey-goosey yesterday, looking to stay red hot. He's leading things off for Wareham tonight. We're going to have your starting lineup a little bit later on the other side of this break around the Cape with Javik and Ryan. Don't miss it.
Stop by the Ansel Gurney house, where you will find a unique shopping and dining experience. Whether shopping for a special occasion or just to treat yourself, you'll find what you're looking for in one of the 11 themed rooms. There's also a cafe serving fresh homemade lunches overlooking the extensive gardens. The Ansel Gurney house is located at 403 County Road in Marion.
For a nostalgic Cape Cod vacation experience, head to Bay Motor Inn, where guests are treated like family. Located in the heart of Buzzards Bay Village, this 1950-style cottage colony still provides you with up-to-date amenities. The Gatemen thank the Bay Motor Inn for their support.
Welcome back inside the Gatemen Pregame Show here on GBN. Here for Around the Cape, Javik Blake alongside Ryan LeMay. Ryan, a lot of good games yesterday across the Cape, and a lot of close games as well.
A lot of close games and a lot of runs scored yesterday. There was a lot of blowouts and some close games as well. Yeah, it was a good mixture of both.
We had 2 good pitching matchups, 2 games or 3 games, if you include the Wareham one last night, that were absolutely crazy for offense, and then 2 other ones right in the middle. So we'll start with Falmouth and Chatham. The first game of the doubleheader, Falmouth beat Chatham at 3-2. Jack Robleski getting the win, Jack Owen getting the loss. The second game of the doubleheader, Chatham beat Falmouth 6-5 with Daniel Fetterman getting the win, Robert Ulstrom getting the loss, and Dawson Merriman getting the save.
Yeah, I think game 1 of the doubleheader was probably the most surprising result of the night for me, honestly, considering how much Falmouth has been struggling the past couple of games, but they really stood out in the first game against Chatham, holding them to only 2 runs. We've seen what that Chatham offense can do, and to hold them to that amount of runs is very impressive.
Zach DeLoach getting the walk-off single to score Hayden Trantrell for the Commodores in the bottom of the 7th inning. In the offense, what came alive in the second game for Chatham? A team cycle for the Anglers. Jorge Arenas got the double, Tyler Dones got the triple, and Charlie Walsh got the home run.
We didn't get to talk about it yesterday, but how about Jorge Arenas doing it all? He's got some offense, and he also got a save 2 nights ago. So he's really been a key player for Chatham, and Chatham's offense really bounced back in game 2 of the doubleheader, scoring 6 runs. And Falmouth, though, very impressive to hang in there, scoring 5 runs second game as well. So maybe this is the turnaround for Falmouth they've been looking for.
Going back to Arenas, he got the save with the curveball. He learned in the bullpen just moments before going to the mound, and well, you can't get a better story than that.
That's a great story.
Brewster beat YD last night 13-7, a final in just 8 innings due to the fact that Brewster scored so many runs, there was no more light left to play in YD. William McKay getting the win to go to 3-0, Eric Tolman getting the loss to go to 0-1.
Yeah, the trend of the night was definitely a lot of offense, and that's what we saw here at Brewster and YD. And this is a very good win for Brewster because just as Falmouth were, they were kind of sliding the last couple games. They were first place in the Eastern Division at one point, but lost a few games in a row. But how about Gage Workman going 3 for 4 with a triple and 3 RBIs? So great game for him. And Brewster even had one standout player, and Chris Mofata went 2 for 4 with a double and a home run and 5 RBIs. So a lot of offensive stars in this game.
And nothing better is the fact that they were batting 8 and 9 in the order. That's production you can only dream of out of your 8 and 9 hole hitters. Bourne took on Harwich last night, the team you'll see the Gatemen be playing in just a few moments. They won 3-2. Nick Dabowski getting his first win of the season. Connor Selcher dropping his second game of the season. Tyler Brocious getting his 4th save.
Nice change of pace here from the other couple games because we got an old-fashioned pitching matchup, and honestly, nothing's better than watching one of those. So very good effort by Bourne's Dombrowski, who went 5 innings, only allowing 3 hits. And, Xavier Warren stood out for Bourne with going 3 for 4 for double and a home run. So a little bit of offense, but mostly pitching stood out in this matchup to me.
But if you wanted offense last night, well, you had to go into the Eastern Division.
Yeah, that's for
Katuitt
sure.
beating Hyannis 16-4 last night. They wanted to do just a little bit better than the Gatemen on the run side. They scored 16. Hyannis only scored 4. Kyle Nicholas getting the win, and Samuel Thorenson getting just a real tough loss.
Katuitt is right on the doorstep with taking back first place from the Gatemen, and they have been showing why with their performances in the last couple of games, putting up 16 runs on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks last night. And I mean, Katuitt, they really have played fantastic. I mean, 16 runs on 15 hits. Matthew Mervis went 4 for 6 of a double, a home run, and 6 RBIs. Katuitt is really showing out right now on the Cape.
Katuitt and Wareham, what a battle it's going to be for the rest of the season, especially if Matthew Mervis and Braden Ward keep up with what they're doing. The All-Star game is going to be absolutely amazing with both of them in the lineup. But we go to today, however. Bourne travels to Hyannis. Bourne 4th in the West, Hyannis 5th in the West. That game gets started in 14 minutes, 3 o'clock start from McKeon Park. For Bourne, it's Colby Dunlip starting. He's 0-1 on the season. And for Hyannis, it's Jonathan Hughes making his CCBL debut. And Hyannis is just hoping they can find someone who can get guys out.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Jonathan Hughes is the answer that Hyannis has been looking for, but after allowing 16 runs last night, you're looking for any kind of hope in this kind of game. I mean, maybe you don't win the game, but anything less than 16 runs, I think, is definitely a win for this Hyannis squad tonight.
Well, if you're a Hyannis fan, you're hoping that, but it's the first of 2 games today. The second game will be played 30 minutes after the conclusion of the first one. They have 2 chances to win a game today. Sean Harney starting on the mound for Bourne in Game 2. Hyannis yet to name a starter.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to both those matchups. Should be a good one for Bourne.
Chatham faces Katuitt, and what a matchup that'll be tonight. Chatham, first place in the East. Katuitt, second place in the West. That one starts 5 o'clock at Lowell Park. Jeremy Wu Yelland getting his first start of the season. He's 0-0 on the year for Chatham. And for Katuitt, it's Jackson Wolf, who's 0-1.
If Katuitt plays any way like they did last night, we are in for an absolute treat tonight between Chatham and Katuitt. Chatham's offense and Katuitt's offense, 2 very high-powered offenses, but I'm really looking to see who has the better pitching matchup. That's what it's going to come down to, honestly, considering they both can score runs at will.
We saw Chatham put up 15 a couple of weeks ago. Katuitt putting up 16 last night. They're both hoping their offenses continue. And the other game that starts at 5 o'clock today from Stony Brook Field, it's the Falmouth Commodores playing the Brewster Whitecaps. Falmouth in 3rd in the West. Brewster 4th in the East. Falmouth yet to name a starting pitcher, but for Brewster it'll be Matthew Mikulski.
Yeah, very even matchup here. Falmouth and Brewster kind of in similar situations, with Brewster being 4th in the West, or 4th in the East, and Falmouth being 3rd in the West. Both trying to find their way back up into the top of the division, and this is a good chance for them to do so.
The latest game tonight starting at 7 o'clock from the farthest place on Cape Cod. It's Eldridge Park playing host to the Orleans Firebirds and YD Red Sox. What a good game that'll be. YD at 12-7-2, 1 on the year, good for 2nd in the East. Orleans is 11-7-2, good for 3rd in the East, and a jam-packed top of that division. Ian Seymour getting the start for the Red Sox, and for Orleans, it's Jared Schuster.
Yeah, it was a very uncharacteristic performance for the Orleans Firebirds last night in Wareham. I mean, allowing 15 runs, and they had the best pitching staff in the league. You don't see that often, and honestly, Owen Schartz, he may have had a bad outing, but he still has all the talent in the world, so I expect Jared Schuster, maybe Orleans' best pitcher tonight, to have a great performance and maybe get Orleans back in the win column.
Schuster hasn't dropped a game this season. He's 2-0, and I know if you're part of the New School Analytics group, wins don't matter as much, but he's pitching very well. He's doing fantastic. Of the 5 games tonight, what stands out to you most?
Definitely YD versus Orleans, because after watching Orleans in person last night, I'm really curious to see how they bounce back after allowing 15 runs, because I know they have all the talent in the world to bounce back strong.
Well, if you want to go to Lowell Park at 5 o'clock, listen to our game here, both of those games on GBN. But if you want to travel around the Cape today a little bit, make sure to listen in at Lowell Park and Eldridge Park, 2 fantastic matchups that will be. So, well, this is it for Around the Cape. When we come back, Gabe Genovesi and Jonah Karp will set the scene before they have the call of tonight's game. The Gatemen take on the Harwich Mariners next on GBN.
Stop by the Ansel Gurney House, where you will find a unique shopping and dining experience. Whether shopping for a special occasion or just to treat yourself, you'll find what you're looking for in one of the 11 themed rooms. There's also a cafe serving fresh homemade lunches overlooking the extensive gardens. The Ansel Gurney House is located at 403 County Road in Marion.
For a nostalgic Cape Cod vacation experience, head to Bay Motor Inn, where guests are treated like family. Located in the heart of Buzzards Bay Village, this 1950-style cottage colony still provides you with up-to-date amenities. The Gatemen thank the Bay Motor Inn for their support.
The Bay Point Golf Club offers a unique collection of 18 championship golf holes, a beautiful banquet facility, and a club host that has a fully stocked pro shop. The Bay Point Grill is a perfect place to grab a meal or watch a game. The course is located off Onset Avenue in Buzzards Bay. The Gatemen thank you for your support.
Come on over to BB's Bar and Grill for food, drinks, and fun. Located on Cranberry Highway, come in to sample the delicious eats or relax with a drink while enjoying live entertainment. BB's is one of our team meal partners. One of the area's best restaurants is located right up the street, Brewfish Bar and Eatery. Brewfish offers 20 rotating craft beers on tap and creative pub food. Check out their off-the-menu brunch with a Bloody Mary bar and $5 mimosas on Sundays. Join us for outdoor dining and drinks under the tent or for live music. Located on Route 105 in Marion.
Cape Cod Healthcare is the leading provider of healthcare services for residents and visitors of Cape Cod with 2 acute care hospitals and more than 450 physicians. For more information, please visit capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Healthcare. Expert physicians, quality hospitals, superior care.
Back here on GBN, getting you ready for Wareham and Harwich. First game of a doubleheader on this Saturday afternoon. Jonah, Karp, Gabe, Genovesi breaking it all down. Let's take you through the starting lineup for the Wareham Gatemen. Braden Ward leading things off, coming off his 6-for-6 day. Darren Baker back in the lineup. He's playing second base and batting in the 2-hole. Jacob Teeter over at first. He's batting in the 3 spot. Adrian Del Castillo is right behind him as the DH. Dallas Beaver batting 5th. He's the catcher. Matt McLean behind him. He's over at 3rd. Benjamin Sems, the shortstop, batting 7th. Mike Antico, the left fielder, batting 8th. Tora Otsuka rounding out the batting order for the Wareham Gatemen. Gabe, who stands out on the Wareham lineup?
I'm going to go with Dallas Beaver today in the 5-hole, catching tonight. Very, underrated night last night with all the noise about Braden Ward, Del Castillo's grand slam. Beaver went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and a homer, 3 RBIs. A very, very good night for Dallas Beaver in that 15-4 victory. Let's see if he can keep it up. He's going to be my player to watch.
Let's take you through Harwich's starting 9. Max Marshak, the center fielder, leading things off. Dylan Noisy, the shortstop, batting 2nd. Christian Fedko, the designated hitter, batting 3rd. Joey Weimer Jr., the right fielder, batting cleanup. Nico Cavadas batting 5th. He's the 3rd baseman. Corey Acton batting 6th. He's the 2nd baseman. Patrick Winkle, the catcher, behind Acton. Chris Lanzilli batting in the 8-hole. He's the 1st baseman. Chris Gallant, the left fielder, rounding out the order. Who stands out to you on the Mariners?
I mean, you got to go Christian Fedko. The dude's hitting .390 in 14 games played, 16 for 41, 4 doubles, a triple, a homer, 8 RBIs. He doesn't strike out too much, only 10 Ks on the season. I know it's the obvious choice, but I'm going to go with Fedko in the 3-hole.
Let's go on the bumps for both teams. First, J.P. Gates for the Wareham Gatemen. J.P. Gates made his debut against the Harwich Mariners back on the 20th of June.
Made his debut that night, and he was solid in his first couple appearances for the Gatemen this season. Out of Miami, he didn't give up a run in his first 2 appearances, I should say. His 3rd appearance, last appearance, July 1st at Bourne, did give up 3 runs in 3 innings, allowed 5 hits. But if we get the J.P. Gates that we saw in the first 2 games in his first 3 innings pitched this summer, where it was no runs, 3 strikeouts, only 1 walk, he'll have a pretty good night on the mound, especially against this Harwich team who has the worst average in the league.
And on the opposing mound is Jacob Palish, a guy who's a familiar face to the Wareham Gatemen.
He is a familiar face to the Gatemen. Palish, the 6'5", 210-pound lefty out of Stanford. He pitched 4 innings in the first game against the Gatemen at Wareham. That was the game that only went 5 innings, so he got the win. He gave up just 1 run. It was unearned on 3 hits against Wareham, that 3-1 victory for Harwich. Walked 1, struck out 4. However, in his last appearance against Orleans, he took the loss. He only gave up 2 earned runs in 6 innings, though. He's been good for Harwich, a 1.8 ERA in his first 10 innings pitched. We'll see what he has here today.
We're almost ready to go, not quite just yet. First pitch is scheduled for 3 o'clock. The 11-8-1 Wareham Gatemen set to take on the 8-12 Harwich Mariners. We're going to take one more break, and on the other side, we'll have your first pitch ready to go. Stick around on GBN. The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gatemen and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more. The 2019 Cape League All-Star Game will be played at Eldridge Park, home of the Orleans Firebirds. Mark the date on your calendar, Sunday, July 21st. Game time is 6 p.m., but the gates open at 2. One highlight will be the home run hitting contest. There will also be an autograph session and a large merchandise village with items from many of the teams. Be sure to buy your tickets now right here at the merchandise stand. Tickets are just $5, and part of the proceeds will support our Wareham Gatemen.
Stop by the Ansel Gurney House, where you will find a unique shopping and dining experience. Whether shopping for a special occasion or just to treat yourself, you'll find what you're looking for in one of the 11 themed rooms. There's also a cafe serving fresh homemade lunches overlooking the extensive gardens. The Ansel Gurney House is located at 403 County Road in Marion.
For a nostalgic Cape Cod vacation experience, head to Bay Motor Inn, where guests are treated like family. Located in the heart of Buzzards Bay Village, this 1950-style cottage colony still provides you with up-to-date amenities. The Gatemen thank the Bay Motor Inn for their support.
The Bay Point Golf Club offers a unique collection of 18 championship golf holes, a beautiful banquet facility, and a club house that has a fully stocked pro shop. The Bay Point Grill is a perfect place to grab a meal or watch a game. The course is located off Onset Avenue in Buzzards Bay. The Gatemen thank you for your support.
Come on over to BB's Bar and Grill for food, drinks, and fun. Located on Cranberry Highway, come in to sample the delicious eats or relax with a drink while enjoying live entertainment. BB's is one of our team meal partners. One of the area's best restaurants is located right up the street, Brewfish Bar and Eatery. Brewfish offers 20 rotating craft beers on tap and creative pub food. Check out their off-the-menu brunch with a Bloody Mary bar and $5 mimosas on Sundays. Join us for outdoor dining and drinks under the tent or for live music. Located on Route 105 in Marion.
Cape Cod Healthcare is the leading provider of healthcare services for residents and visitors of Cape Cod with 2 acute care hospitals and more than 450 physicians. For more information, please visit capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Healthcare. Expert physicians, quality hospitals, superior care.
Located in Wareham Crossing, Coastal Orthodontics knows the importance of a healthy smile. Dr. Kevin Oliveira and his team at Coastal Orthodontics are a patient-focused practice, delivering professional, effective orthodontic treatment based on the individual clinical needs of each patient, resulting in beautiful smiles in a timely manner. With 10 years of experience using Invisalign, Coastal Orthodontics uses the most up-to-date dental equipment. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. It only takes 6 recycled plastic bottles to make a new baseball cap.
You're listening to the Gatemen Baseball Network, home of the defending champion Wareham Gatemen.
From Spillane Field in Wareham, Massachusetts, opening day, Cape Cod Baseball League.
Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi with you. Pleasure to be your eyes and ears for the broadcast.
Addison Van Patten here with manager Jerry Weinstein for the Manager's Show. And here with Brandon Fott. Now, Brandon, you got the win for tonight. It's an 80% chance of rain here in Wareham for the rest of the day, and the Gatemen have been forced to move inside to take BP in the cages.
Ground ball back up the middle, past the glove of Fetterman and into center field. Andrew Thomas comes home to score. Cam Guangarena right behind him, and Chad Stevens pulls in at first base with a 2-run single.
Hard ground ball up the middle, a base hit into center field. Rudick rounds third, he's coming home. It's an RBI single for Cam Guangarena. Wareham leads 1-0.
Cut on and miss, strike 3.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Trent Palmer.
That ball is gone. Adrian Del Castillo breaks the game open with a 3-run jack. 11-5 Gatemen.
Slapped up the middle, a base hit into center field. Beaver scores easily. Antico rounding third. The throw to the plate is not in time.
Line drive over the head of the second baseman Olsen and into right field. Braden Ward comes home to score. Darren Baker pulls it at first with an RBI single, and it's 7-5 Wareham.
And the Gatemen win 5-0 here in Game 1 of the doubleheader.
And that'll do it. First 9-inning shutout for Wareham pitching this season. 6-0 the final score from Cotuit, Massachusetts.
Now, here are the voices of the Gatemen: Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi, and Addison Van Patten.
Back here at Whitehouse Field in Harwich, Massachusetts, Gatemen and Mariners, Game 1 of a doubleheader. Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi, your eyes and ears for this broadcast. Thanks for spending your Saturday afternoon with us on GBN. Left to right in the outfield, it's Gallen, Marshak, and Weimer. Cavadas over at third, Noisy at short, Acton at second, Lanzilli at first, Winkle behind the plate. And the starting pitcher for the Harwich Mariners is Jacob Polish. Somebody who appeared against Wareham back on June 20th. Actually, his opposing starter was J.P. Gates. Same pitching duel that we have today. That was a game that was stalled after 5 innings and eventually stopped after 5 innings. A 3-1 final after it was fogged out. Harwich took that victory. The Gatemen sitting at 11-8-1 on the season, looking for some revenge. Braden Moore, Darren Baker, Jacob Teeter, the 3 due up against Polish. First pitch from the left-hander is taken for a strike, and we're underway. 3-0-2 the first pitch. Braden Ward out in center field, leading things off for the second straight game. The pitch from Polish. Tapped on the ground, left side, foul. Down the third base line, 0-2. Ward coming off perhaps the best game of any player in the Cape Cod League this summer. 6 for 6. A double, a home run, and 4 singles. We have gray leaden skies above us. It's supposed to rain a little bit later, around 7 o'clock. Slapped foul down the third baseline. We'll do it again, 0-2. Good amount of fans in attendance for the early start. Weather was not kind to any team in the month of June in the Cape Cod League. Pitch just misses inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Winkle tried to frame it. So this was not a scheduled doubleheader. This was a makeup game from earlier in June. Polish rocks and deals. Cut on and miss, strike 3. Braden Ward goes down on strikes, first out of the ball game. Polish strikes out Ward, 1 away. Darren Baker, the new man up, nobody on base, 1 man out, no score, top of the first inning. Baker has his average up to .338 this season, 23 hits and 68 at-bats. Still looking for his first homer. He's not a power hitter. He does have 4 RBI. Squares to bunt and takes a pitch right down Broadway, 0-1. Darren Baker didn't play yesterday in a 15-4 victory over Orleans. Taken for a strike over the outer half, and Baker falls into 0-2 hole. Harwich coming off a loss, a 3-2 loss at Bourne. Rolled on the ground left side of the infield, slowly hit, scooped up by Noisy, the shortstop. Low throw to first, can't be picked out of the dirt by Lanzilli, the first baseman, and Baker makes it safely. Well, that was a tough play from Noisy. We'll see how they score that.
I personally think Baker got there first. I think it should be an infield single. Even if Lanzilli at first base scooped that ball, I thought Baker would have been safe, but we'll have to wait and see what the official score decides to rule it.
It is, in fact, a single. First hit of the game for either team goes to Darren Baker. He stands on first base with a one-out single, and Jacob Teeter will be the new man up. A left-on-left matchup. Polish comes set at the belt. Deals the pitch. Taken over the outside corner, strike one. Jacob Polish last summer played in the West Coast League. The Corvallis Knights has a fastball that sits around 89 to 91 miles per hour. Also has a curveball and a changeup. Pitch low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Teeter. Went 4 deep against Wareham back on June 20th. 4 strikeouts, 3 hits allowed. Baker stands off first base. 1 ball, 1 strike the count to Jacob Teeter. He calls time. Teeter's been money in that 3-hole all season. Had 2 more hits yesterday against Orleans. Has his average up to 333. Throw back to first. Lazy pitch and catch. Count holds at 1 ball and 1 strike to Teeter. Baker not taking much of a lead. Adrian Del Castillo on deck. Polish deals from the belt. We await the 1-1. Here it comes. Misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Vincente Medina calling the balls and the strikes. Rick Emerson, the third base umpire. Bob Del Pont, the first base umpire. Nothing first, just a lollipop toss. Count holds at 2 balls and 1 strike to Teeter as Baker dives back in safely. Teeter has 2 home runs this year, 12 RBIs. One of the best hitting first basemen in the Cape Cod League this summer. The 2-1 from Polish. Misses low and away. Baker holds at first. 3 balls and 1 strike to Teeter. The last time these two teams met, J.P. Gates took the mound for Wareham. It was his debut. Only went 1 deep. Game was fogged out after 5 innings. A 3-1 final at Spillane Field. The pitch from Polish popped up. That's going to stay in the infield. Left side. Noisy, the shortstop, ranges in. Makes the catch above his cap as Baker goes back to the first base bag. 2 away.
Teeter just missed his pitch there. 3-1. Obviously, you're looking for something right in the zone, right in the heart of the zone, and Teeter just pops it up.
Adrian Del Castillo will step in with a runner off first base. Now 2 away in the top of the first inning. Polish up to 13 pitches with 2 away. No score. Runner on third with 2 away. First pitch. Chopped foul down the first base line. 0-1. Polish, the rising junior at Stanford. Earned run average of .479 this season. 56 innings pitched. Only 48 strikeouts, 21 walks in 20 separate appearances. Native of Richardson, Texas. Another throw back to first. Baker back to the bag. Count still 0-1 to Del Castillo. When Adrian Del Castillo stepped up to the plate in his first at-bat last night, it was bases loaded and nobody out. Del Castillo proceeded to hit his 3rd home run of the year, his grand slam. Cut on and missed as Baker takes off for second base and makes it safely without a throw. 0-2.
I love how you said it so casually. Bases loaded, nobody out. He proceeded to hit his 3rd home run of the season.
Just a casual guy, man.
And a guy with a casual swing.
Me or him?
Him.
Oh, yeah. The 0-2. Lofted in the air, out to left field, chasing in the left fielder, Galland, ranging over the shortstop, Noisy. He calls off everyone and makes the catch for the 3rd out. Gatemen leave one stranded. It was a runner in scoring position. Darren Baker left at second. No runs on a hit. One man left after half an inning. We're still scoreless. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
For each Harwich home team home run, $50 is donated to the family pantry of Cape Cod by Monomoy Real Estate and Construction and Pretty Picky Properties Select Vacation Rentals. Pretty Picky and Monomoy. Everything you need to hit a real estate home run in Harwich.
Pretty good.
We ask parents to please keep your children off of the roofs of the dugouts, away from the batting cages, and out of the bullpen areas.
The Bay Point Golf Club offers a unique collection of 18 championship golf holes, a beautiful banquet facility, and a club host that has a fully stocked pro shop. The Bay Point Grill is a perfect place to grab a meal or watch a game. The course is located off Onset Avenue in Buzzards Bay. The Gatemen thank you for your support.
Come on over to BB's Bar and Grill for food, drinks, and fun. Located on Cranberry Highway, come in to sample the delicious eats or relax with a drink while enjoying live entertainment. BB's is one of our team meal partners. One of the area's best restaurants is located right up the street, Brewfish Bar and Eatery. Brewfish offers 20 rotating craft beers on tap and creative pub food. Check out their off-the-menu brunch with a Bloody Mary.
Cape Cod Healthcare is the leading provider of healthcare services for residents and visitors of Cape Cod with 2 acute care hospitals and more than 450 physicians. For more information, please visit capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Healthcare. Expert physicians, quality hospitals, superior care.
Located in Wareham Crossing, Coastal Orthodontics knows the importance of a healthy smile. Dr. Kevin Oliveira and his team at Coastal Orthodontics are a patient-focused practice, delivering professional, effective orthodontic treatment based on the individual clinical needs of each patient, resulting in beautiful smiles in a timely manner. With 10 years of experience using Invisalign, Coastal Orthodontics uses the most up-to-date dental equipment.
Back here at Whitehouse Field in Harwich, Massachusetts, first pitch to Max Marshak is taken outside. 1 ball, no strikes from J.P. Gates. Left to right in the outfield for Wareham, Mike Antico, Braden Ward, Tora Otsuka. Gates back into the windup. He delivers the pitch, cut on and missed, 1-1. Matt McLean over at third. Benjamin Semmes the shortstop. Darren Baker back at second. Jacob Teeter at first. Dallas Beaver behind the plate, catching J.P. Gates. 1-1 the count. The pitch to Marshak. Taken low and in, 2-1. Dylan Noisy batting second. He's the shortstop. Christian Fedko, the designated hitter, batting third. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Gates deals the 2-1. Taken low and in, 3 balls and 1 strike to Marshak. An old-timey look for the Mariners today. Got a sepia tone, not quite a white shirt and pants. This one's lifted in the air, right field, closing in. Tora Otsuka, the right fielder, makes the catch for the first out. The Gatemen in their away red tops and their gray bottoms. Nobody on base, 1 away. Dylan Noisy, the new batter. Noisy spells his last name Neuse. Not how one would typically spell the word noisy. Pitch low and in, 1-0. Rising junior at Texas Tech, batted .298 this season. 8 homers, 51 RBIs. Tweaked his hamstring in the Big 12 tournament this year. The pitch, taken downstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Earned all Big 12 second team honors, did Noisy. Native of Smithville, Texas. Only stands at 5'10", 175 pounds. Another right-handed batter. Nobody on, 1 away, no score. Pitch up and away, 3 balls and no strikes from J.P. Gates. The Mariners joined the CCBL back in 1930. They've won 4 titles, their most recent one coming in 2011. 3-0. Inside, ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Dylan Noisy with 1 away in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up Christian Fedko. The designated hitter comes to bat with a runner on first base. Fedko, the freshman All-American. His younger brother, Kyler, plays with him at UConn. Also plays for the Bourne Braves. They're in the Western Division. Harwich is in the Eastern Division. But the younger Fedko getting the better of the older Fedko in a 3-2 win last night. The pitch from Gates. Lifted in the air, not very deep. Out to right field. The right fielder, Tora Otsuka, circles under it, makes the catch as he's drifting toward the infield grass. 2 away. Joey Weimer, the new batter. The cleanup batter, the right fielder, will come to bat with the runner at first and 2 men out. No score, bottom of the first. Weimer from Michigan. Rising junior at the University of Cincinnati. Throw back to first, and Noisy is caught in a pickle in between first and second. Jacob Teeter slaps on the tag, and that'll do it. JP Gates picks off Dylan Noisy on the base paths. And it turns into a 1-2-3 inning. We'll see Joey Weimer in the bottom of the second. Still no score, no runs, no hits, nobody left on after 1. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Whether you're brewing a lager or an ale, Stone Path Malt has got you covered. Stone Path Malt, the local provider of quality malt for all your favorite New England craft breweries, is right here in Wareham. For your next night out, stop by their new tap room.
Village Signs of Mattapoisett. They do it all, from logo design, trucks and buildings, to boats. Village Signs has proudly served Southern New England for over 35 years. Visit them at villagesigns.inc.com for all your signage needs.
The Gatemen would like to thank Wareham Country Market for helping to feed the Gatemen players and staff after games. They are located about a quarter of a mile from the field on Route 6, offering a convenience store, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a deli.
No score, top of the second inning. Gatemen coming to bat. Let's send it over to Javik Blake, who's standing by with more information. Javik?
Thanks, guys. Yeah, the Gatemen pitching staff has been absolutely lights out through the first few games, and especially in the last few games. 9 runs in their last 2 games, both wins, and a 3.68 ERA, which is 4th best in the Cape. But I got a little trivia question for you guys and our viewers. Who is the last Gatemen player to be selected #1 overall in the MLB draft? A hint that he's both a pitcher, and his college and pro teams have the same mascot. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Javik. Count 0-1 to Dallas Beaver. Pitch over the outside corner, 0-2 from Polish. Well, I don't know the answer to that question. Care to venture a guess, Gabe?
Drafted #1 overall.
#1 overall from the Gatemen.
Both college and pro teams have the same mascot.
Pitch low and away, 1-2. See, I only do the Sudoku puzzles in the morning.
Not the crossword puzzle.
Not the crossword. The 1-2. Rocketed out to straightaway center field. Marshak doesn't have to move an inch. Boy, that was hammered, but that was right to the center fielder. Dallas Beaver retired, 1 away. I don't think we're allowed to use Google.
I don't have a clue right now.
You just know people are listening at home being like, these guys are idiots. They probably say that anyway. Nobody on base, 1 away. Matt McClain, the new batter. Still no score, top of the second inning. First pitch to McClain. Cut on and foul tipped off the mask of Winkle. 0-1. Matt McClain batted second yesterday, played second base, with Darren Baker getting the day off. Reached base 5 times, had 3 hits, went 3 for 4, with a hit by pitch, a walk, a double, well, 2 doubles, and a single. Right now, Winkle, the catcher, is getting looked at. I think he cut his lip or something. His mask fell off on that foul tip for Matt McLean. So he's going back to the dugout, and the trainers are helping him out. So we have a little bit of pause and animation. Last year, the Harwich Mariners went 18-24-2. They finished third in the Eastern Division. They ended up getting swept by Chatham, a team that got swept by the Wareham Gatemen in the championship series. That was the 8th title for the Gatemen last summer. Even though the Mariners have been around for about 90 years, they've only won 4 titles, their most recent one coming 8 years ago. Their first one came in 1983. The wood bat started being used in 1985. They had an 11-year playoff drought before 2008. They only made the postseason once between 1997 or 1987 and 2008. 1997 was that one postseason appearance. But in 08, they did win the championship. A storied franchise. They have alumni by the likes of Brendan Belt and Tim Lincecum, Carlos Pena, Josh Donaldson, Trey Mancini. A lot of guys who are still playing Major League Baseball. Just not a lot of postseason success. We still have a delay in the action, and we're not sure how long this is going to take. You know what? Let's take a quick break. There's one away. We'll be right back in the top of the second.
Stop by the Ansel S. Gurney House, where you will find a unique shopping and dining experience. Whether shopping for a special occasion or just to treat yourself, you'll find what you're looking for in one of the 11 themed rooms. There's also a cafe serving fresh homemade lunches overlooking the extensive gardens. The Ansel S. Gurney House is located at 403 County Road in Marion.
All right, back here at Whitehouse Field, we're ready to go. Still one away in the top of the second inning. Matt McLean will step back into the box. A 0-1 count to him. The pitch. Tapped foul, left side, 0-2. Winkle back behind the dish. Got a little pad or something on his chin to cover up any cut. Almost like when you're shaving and you have to... Well, I don't have that problem, but you know, Gabe.
I think the trick to resuming play whenever there's a delay is we go to break. Because as soon as he went to break, he was all right.
The 0-2 to McLean. Sits downstairs, 1-2. So you're saying they were waiting for us to go to break to resume action?
Correct. Like, we'll wait for Jonah Karp to head to commercial.
The 1-2. Line drive out to left field. Gallen closing in, and he makes the catch. That's 2 straight hard-hit balls against Polish. But 2 balls that found outfielders.
And when you say hard-hit balls, those were rockets. Nothing McLean or Beaver could do about that. Just hit it straight to him.
Benjamin Sems, the new batter, the number 7 batter, steps up to the plate with nobody on and 2 away. Top of the second inning. Left-on-left matchup. Swings through a breaking ball, 0-1. Sems was the only Gateman yesterday to not reach base. Also not tally a hit. Went 0 for 5 with 5 groundouts. Takes a pitch low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Batted 7th yesterday. Played shortstop yesterday. Same role tonight. The 1-1. Cut on and missed. A lazy swing and a miss. Badly fooled on the breaking pitch by Polish. He gets ahead 1-2. Middle infield playing back and straight away. Lanzilli, the first baseman, playing behind the first base bag, but straddling the line. Cavadas, the third baseman, playing off the line. Hit on the ground, right side, and through for a base hit. Second hit of the game for the Wareham Gatemen. Benjamin Sems pulls in at first with a 2-out single. Funny how that happens. Sems went 0 for 5 yesterday. Only Gateman to not get a hit. And now he has the second hit of game 1 of this doubleheader for Wareham. Mike Antico will be the new batter. Runner at first, 2 away, top of the second, no score. Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi with you. Left-on-left matchup. First pitch to Antico. Hit on the ground, right side, high chopper. Played on the bounce by Acton, the second baseman. Doesn't make a throw, he bobbled it. Well, that was a tough play for Acton, the second baseman. But it looked like he would have gotten Mike Antico had he made a throw, but just couldn't hold on to it. And now there's 2 on with 2 away in the top of the second inning for the number 9 man, Tora Otsuka.
And that's got to be an error on Acton over at second base. Just his second error of the summer. They'll mark it as an E4, but it keeps the inning alive for Tora Otsuka.
Another left-on-left matchup. Sem's on second, Antico on first. First pitch from Polish. Taken downstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. Otsuka, not a guy who strikes out a lot. In fact, the last time he struck out in a game, he struck out twice against these Harwich Mariners, back on June 20th. He's played in 7 games since. He's been consistently the number 9 batter, but he's a great contact hitter. The 1-0 from Polish. Lifted in the air, fairly deep out to left field. Gallen backtracking and making the catch with his back turned toward the wall. Third ball hit on the screws in this inning. Third time, it's landed in the glove of an outfielder. Gatemen with bad breaks in the top of the second. They leave 2 stranded, no runs on a hit, 2 left on after 1.5. We're still knotted at 0. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Wareham House of Pizza has been serving Wareham and Marion for over 40 years with steak and cheese, pizza, and subs. Located in Shaw's Plaza, head on over for pickup or let them deliver to you.
Beat the heat and join us at Waterways, a water experience unlike any other this side of the bridge. Open daily, head over to the water park on Route 28, the Cranberry Highway.
The 99 Restaurant is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit them in Centerville, Falmouth, Mashpee, Wareham, or Yarmouth this summer and try some local flavor from the winner of the Cape Times Best Restaurant for Takeout, the 99. Always the real deal. The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gatemen and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more. The 2019 Cape League All-Star Game will be played at Eldridge Park, home of the Orleans Firebirds. Mark the date on your calendar, Sunday, July 21st. Game time is 6 p.m., but the gates open at 2. One highlight will be the home run hitting contest. There will also be an autograph session and a large merchandise village with items from many of the teams. Be sure to buy your tickets now right here at the merchandise stand. Tickets are just $5, and part of the proceeds will support our Wareham Gatemen.
3, 4, and 5 due up in the Mariners' order. First pitch from J.P. Gates. Breaking ball that never really broke. It's up and away to Weimer. 1 ball and no strikes. Jonah, Karp, Gabe, Genovesi back with you. Bottom of the second inning, still no score. Joey Weimer, Nico Cavadas, and Corey Acton, the 3 due up. Fastball just nips the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. A late call from Vincente Medina. Weimer with a closed batting stance, stands in the back of the box. Takes a pitch downstairs, 2-1. Waves the bat high above his helmet. Much like Kevin Youkilis used to do. He's a big player, too. 6'4", 215. The pitch. Lifted in the air, down the left field line. Antico ranging over toward the corner. He'll let it drop. Antico picks it up on a hop, fires it back into second. A strong throw to keep Weimer from advancing to second base. Weimer stops at first, a leadoff single for the cleanup batter. Nico Cavadas, the new man up, the third baseman, steps up to the plate with a runner on first. Nobody out, bottom of the second. Still no score. Cavadas from Indiana, 6'2", 230. Rising junior at Notre Dame. Batted .274 this season, 12 homers, 43 RBIs. Throw back to first, Weimer back to the bag safely. Left-on-left matchup. Cavadas last summer played in the Northwoods League for Kalamazoo, the Growlers. Another throw back to first. This time, Gates picks him off. Weimer dived back in head first, but not in time to avoid the tag from Jacob Teeter. What a pickoff move from J.P. Gates. Now 1 away, nobody on.
Second time today, J.P. Gates with a nice move over. Noisy got caught in the rundown in the first inning from a good move from Gates.
First pitch to Cavadas, a breaking ball. Bends in at the knees for strike one. Cavadas from Granger, Indiana. Rolled on the ground right side of the infield. That finds a hole. Through for a base hit. Rolls into right field. Picked up by Otsuka. Tosses it back into second. A one-out single for Cavadas. He stops at first.
And right away you see the impact of the pickoff. With the way that ball was hit, Weimer might have gone first to third because of the way that ball died in the grass. Instead, it's just a runner on first with one out.
Corey Acton, the new batter. Steps up to the plate. Runner on first. One man out. Still no score in the bottom of the second inning. Game one of a doubleheader between the Mariners and the Gatemen. The pitch. Right down Broadway, 0-1. Acton, the second baseman, had an error in the last half inning, but that proved to be moot. The pitch. Taken outside, 1-1. That put runners on first and second with two away before Otsuka lined out to the left fielder Gallant. Runner on first, one man out, bottom of the second. The pitch from Gates. Taken downstairs, 2 balls and 1 strike. Corey Acton from Fort Lauderdale, rising sophomore at the University of Florida. Batted .251 this season with the Gators, 6 homers, 30 RBIs. The pitch. Cut on and missed at a pitch in the dirt. It skips under the glove of Dallas Beaver. He charges after it. Going first to second is Cavadas. He stops at second base as Beaver picks it up as it rolls all the way to the backstop. Two balls and 1 strike to Corey Acton. Rather, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Corey Acton, with now a runner in scoring position and still 1 away.
Nice job by Beaver to find that rather quickly, or I should say hustle after it, as it did take him a little bit to find the ball. But Cavadas looked like he was thinking about going first to third there. That ball skipped all the way right in front of us.
Left on left matchup. The pitch from Gates just misses the outside corner and count runs full, 3-2. Acton was drafted in the 39th round by the Tigers in this draft, 2019. Works a 3-2 count from J.P. Gates. The pitch. Cut on and missed at a pitch in the dirt. Beaver slaps on the tag. Acton doesn't even run. 2 away in the bottom of the second. The strikeout brought to you by Langex, Forrest, and Bullard. Head to lxblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. 2 away. First strikeout of the game for J.P. Gates.
And a big one, too. Second out, always very important with the runner in scoring position. And less than 2 outs.
Patrick Winkle, the new batter. First pitch to him. Line drive, left center field, over the glove of Benjamin Sems, the shortstop. That plunks right in front of Mike Antico, and he loses it. Nico Cavadas comes home to score, and that breaks the ice. Harwich on top, 1-0. Patrick Winkle goes all the way to second base on the miscue by Mike Antico, the left fielder.
Yeah, it's definitely an RBI hit. The question is, does Winkle get a double for that, or is it a single and goes to second on the error? Either way, a nice line drive hit, taking that ball in the outer half of the plate the other way for the first run of the game.
It's going to be a single and an error. Cut on and missed. 0-1 to Chris Lanzilli, the number 8 batter.
Antico's first error of the season.
Lanzilli, the first baseman, steps in with a runner on second. 1 run home in the inning. Lanzilli from Wake Forest, a rising junior. Takes a pitch downstairs, 1-1. Batted .350 this year, 16 homers, 67 RBIs. He was taken in the 39th round by the Giants in this past draft. Started mostly in left field for the Demon Deacons. Pops one up, but in foul territory along the right side, 1-2. Winkle off of second base, 2 away, bottom of the second, 1 run home. 1-0 Mariners. Gates looks in, checks the runner at second, comes set at the letters, the pitch. Popped up again, and again in foul territory behind the backstop out of play. Gates from Brooksville, Florida, 6'2", 215, the southpaw, rising sophomore at the University of Miami. Checks the runner at second base, the pitch. Breaking ball lifted in the air down the left field line. Antico ranging over, plays it on a hop. Lands in the corner, strong throw from Antico, is a little bit offline. And another run comes home for the Mariners. Chris Lanzilli pulls in at second with an RBI, 2-0 Harwich.
Just good 2-out hitting from Harwich here the last couple at-bats. Winkle does his job, Lanzilli does his. And that hurts, especially because Winkle's just a 138 hitter. Lanzilli below a 100 hitter, just 3 for 34 before that RBI single.
2 runs now home in the inning, still 2 away in the bottom of the second. Chris Gallen, the new batter. Gates checks the runner at second base. First pitch to Gallen, skips in the dirt as Beaver slides over to his left to make the block. 1 ball, no strikes. Gallen, the left fielder, batting 9th. Massachusetts native from Sudbury, rising junior at Boston College. Gates just misses a little bit inside. Beaver tried to frame it. Gates thought that was a strike, but the count runs to 2-0. Back to the top of the order after this. Runner at second base. Gates checks the runner, comes set at the letters. Kicks, deals the pitch. Slapped on the ground, right side of the infield. Baker shuffles over. The second baseman tosses to the first baseman, Teeter, for the final out of the second. Not before 2 runs come home for the Mariners. 2 runs on 4 hits and 1 man left. After 2, 2-0 Harwich. Gabe Genovesi with your call when we return on the Gatemen Baseball Network. Don't go anywhere.
For a nostalgic Cape Cod vacation experience, head to Bay Motor Inn, where guests are treated like family. Located in the heart of Buzzards Bay Village, this 1950-style cottage colony still provides you with up-to-date amenities. The Gatemen thank the Bay Motor Inn for their support.
The Bay Point Golf Club offers a unique collection of 18 championship golf holes, a beautiful banquet facility, and a clubhouse that has a fully stocked pro shop. The Bay Point Grill is a perfect place to grab a meal or watch a game. The course is located off Onset Avenue in Buzzards Bay. The Gatemen thank you for your support.
Come on over to BB's Bar and Grill for food, drinks, and fun. Located on Cranberry Highway, come in to sample the delicious eats or relax with a drink while enjoying live entertainment. BB's is one of our team meal partners. One of the area's best restaurants is located right up the street, Brewfish Bar and Eatery. Brewfish offers 20 rotating craft beers on tap and creative pub food. Check out their off-the-menu brunch with a Bloody Mary bar and $5 mimosas on Sundays. Join us for outdoor dining and drinks under the tent or for live music. Located on Route 105 in Marion.
We are to the top of the third here at Whitehouse Field, 2-0. The Harwich lead over Wareham early. Top of the order, due up for the Gatemen. Braden Ward, Darren Baker, Jacob Teeter due up. Jacob Polish back out on the bump for Harwich. No runs on 2 hits for the Gatemen off of Harwich in the first couple of innings. Ward struck out to lead off the ball game. Struck out swinging after his marvelous 6-for-6 night last night in the 15-4 victory over Orleans. Average now at .350 coming into today. He shows bunt. Foul tips it back into the glove. Oh no, they're going to say he didn't get a piece of it and he didn't go around. 1-0. Polish, the lefty, sets and deals. Ward fouls it off down the third base line, 1-1. It was Ward's 4th multi-hit game yesterday. He now has a hit in 13 of 15 games with an at-bat for the Gatemen. The 1-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball high and in. 1-2. Seen Ward chase a couple pitches today that he doesn't normally go after. A couple of fastballs up high. Little antsy in the lefty's batter's box. Polish, the 1-2. Oh, strike 3. Ward thought it was a little low. Instead, he strikes out for the second time today, and that'll bring up Darren Baker. I honestly thought that one was a little low as well. Instead, it's the second strikeout for Polish, both to Braden Ward, and in steps Baker. First pitch, swing and a miss on a breaking ball down low, 0-1. The 0-1. Fastball paints the outside corner, 0-2. Polish has been fairly efficient thus far. That was just pitch number 37. 0-2 at the knees for strike 3. Same thing, Darren Baker just with a smile as he heads back to the dugout. He can't believe it, thought it was a little low, a little outside. Instead, it's 2 straight strikeouts to begin the third for Polish. And that'll bring up Jacob Teeter. Teeter popped out to Noisy, the shortstop, his first time up. First pitch, curveball low, 1-0. Teeter, a .333 hitter coming into today. Also had a multi-hit game yesterday. Swings and misses at an off-speed pitch there, 1-1. 2-0 the Harwich lead, top of the third. 2 down, nobody on. Teeter went 2 for 6 with 2 RBIs yesterday as he chops that one back towards short. Noisy gobbles, throws to first in time. A 1-2-3 inning for Polish, his first of the game. And Wareham still trails 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. We'll be right back on GBN.
Located in Wareham Crossing, Coastal Orthodontics knows the importance of a healthy smile. Dr. Kevin Oliveira and his team at Coastal Orthodontics are a patient-focused practice, delivering professional, effective orthodontic treatment based on the individual clinical needs of each patient, resulting in beautiful smiles in a timely manner. With 10 years of experience using Invisalign, Coastal Orthodontics uses the most up-to-date dental equipment. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. It only takes 6 recycled plastic bottles to make a new baseball cap.
Learning at Curry College extends beyond the classroom and is embedded in all that they do. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers and active citizenship with a global perspective. Explore undergraduate majors, minors, and concentrations, including new majors in accounting, biochemistry, and software development. Online at curry.edu.
Gave up the 2 runs on 4 hits in the second inning after a smooth 1-2-3 first. Top of the order due up for Harwich. Max Marshak, Dylan Noisy, Christian Fedko. Actually, Noisy did walk in the first inning but got picked off. Therefore, Gates only faced the minimum in that first inning. Harwich at the basement of the East, 8-12 to start this season. First pitch fouled off by Marshak, 0-1. Wareham at the top of the West, first place up by a point on Katuitt. With that 11-8-1 record, Katuitt 10-9-2. The 0-1. Breaking ball low and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Marshak now just 3 for 19 to begin his summer after the fly out to Atsuka in right field in the first inning. 1-1. Got a piece of it, fouls it off back into the caging behind home plate, 1-2. Marshak's first game with Harwich was June 30th, a week ago. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball in the outside corner. Second strikeout for J.P. Gates, and a strikeout brought to you by Lang X of Forrest and Bullard. Head to alexblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. One away here in the third, and in steps Dylan Noisy. Noisy 1 for 10 coming into this game. Walked in the first inning. Another newcomer to this Harwich team. Takes the ball in the dirt, 1-0. .5'10", 175-pound rising junior from Texas Tech. The 1-0 from Gates. Off speed, found off back into the caging. 1-1. Noisy did not play yesterday for Harwich, but played the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of July. Went 0 for 2 with 2 walks in the 6-4 victory over Brewster for Harwich. 1-1, misses upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Gates sets and deals the 2-1. Fouled off. Noisy just missed a fastball. Fouled it off directly behind home plate. Count evens up, 2-2. Noisy hit .298 for the Red Raiders this past season. Has power. There's the 2-2 from Gates. Curveball way high and away, count full. 73 hits, 12 doubles, 6 triples, 8 home runs. For Noisy at Texas Tech, 51 RBIs. An on-base percentage of .408. Gates steps off. Tells Beaver to re-give him the signal. The 3-2. Curveball, check swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Strike 3. 3rd strikeout for Gates, 2nd of this inning. Strikeout brought to you by Lang, Exifaris, and Bullard. Head to alexblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. 2 up, 2 down here in the third. Still 2-0 Harwich, and in steps Christian Fedko.
That is a filthy breaking ball from J.P. Gates. Just falls right off the table when he has it working properly.
First pitch to Fedko. He gazes at it. Fastball in the inside corner, 0-1. Fedko hit in 3 straight games, and he's 6 for 11 over those 3 games, including 4 RBIs July 4th against Brewster. The 0-1 down low, 1-1. He flew out to Otsuka in right field to end the first inning. Fedko DHing today for Harwich. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball by him. 1-2. Fedko at Wareham back on June 20th was 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI along with a walk. Part of the 3-1 win for Harwich. 1-2 fastball misses just upstairs. Count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gates working rather quickly. Rocks and fires the 2-2. Down low. Count runs full. Gates a deep breath, sets on the third base side of the rubber. Fedko a little bit of an open stance from the right side. The payoff pitch. Curveball sliced to second. Baker leaps and makes the catch. And that'll end the third inning. Baker took a step in before realizing he had to retreat and makes a nice play. 3 up, 3 down for Gates in the third. We head to the fourth. Wareham trails 2-0. We'll be right back on GBN.
The Wareham Gatemen would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again proud to be the official batting glove of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all the Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves courtesy of Franklin Sports. To order your favorite team's design or to create your own, visit franklinsports.com/custom, enter code CCBL20 for 20% off your purchase. From Cape Cod to the major leagues, only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves.
Come as you are, sit down, and relax at the deck of the Gateway Tavern. Enjoy the view while exploring their extensive food and drink menus for the ideal Cape Cod dining experience. Gateway Tavern, the official helmet sponsor of the Wareham Gatemen.
We go to the fourth here at Whitehouse Field. 2-0 the Harwich lead over Wareham. Let's send it down to Javik Blake in the field.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, Tanner Bybee's parents are in town, talked to his family. Great bunch of people. They flew out here all the way from Mission Viejo, California. His dad calls the Cape League a mecca for baseball, besides Cooperstown, where his kid played. Tanner played when he was just 12. He had his first home run there as well. Tanner's been playing baseball since he was 5 years old, and his dad was his pitching coach at Mission Viejo, where he still plays, where he still coaches today. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Javik. Tanner Bybee obviously not on the mound today, but has been very good for the Wareham Gatemen this summer, pitching-wise. And, geez, that's a long flight out here. First pitch to Del Castillo on the outside corner, 0-1.
Would you consider the Cape League more of a mecca or Cooperstown more of a mecca for baseball? I'd probably say Cooperstown.
I'd go Cooperstown.
Yeah.
The 0-1. Curveball swing and a miss, 0-2 to Del Castillo. But you can't blame anyone for saying the Cape League.
Well, for summer baseball, it's the mecca.
100%. 0-2, Del Castillo checked his swing. Did he go around? No, he did not. Curveball outside. 1-2. Del Castillo, Dallas Beaver, Matt McLean. 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for the Gatemen here in the fourth.
There's a fantastic diner in Cooperstown.
1-2 pitch, chopped off the front foot of Del Castillo. We'll stay at 1-2.
It's called the Cooperstown Diner, I'm pretty sure.
What a name.
Not very creative, but the food is excellent. It's very small, too.
How many times have you been to Cooperstown?
Well, I've been there twice. I've been to the diner once.
The 1-2. Curveball down low. He went around. Throw down to first in time. So Del Castillo goes down swinging, and that's the fourth strikeout for Polish. One away here in the fourth. I didn't think it was close.
I didn't think he went around, and I didn't think it was clear enough for Medina to make the call himself.
And Del Castillo was shocked, too.
Well, he didn't even check down to the third base umpire, Rick Emerson.
First pitch to Beaver. Down low, 1-0.
There are a surprising amount of Italian restaurants in Cooperstown.
Any of them good?
Never been.
The 1-0. Slapped foul out of play on the left field line. 1-1. So you've just drove by all of them.
Well, I mean, I've been to the museum a few times, but like you walk in that area, and it's a very, old-timey, vintage-looking area. But there are just, boom, Italian restaurant, boom, Italian restaurant.
1-1 to Beaver. Hit well out into left, slicing toward the line. Gallant barely has to move. Took a couple steps back. That's the second time Beavers hit a ball hard to the outfield, just straight to somebody. 2 away here in the fourth, still 2-0 Harwich. Nobody on for Matt McLean. Sadly, I've never been to Cooperstown.
Really? You should go. Let's go.
It's on the
off day.
It's on the bucket list. First pitch to the righty, McLean. Misses low, 1-0. McLean today sent a rocket out to Galland in left. Straight to him, though. He's 0 for 1. Fastball hits the inside corner, 1-1. McLean, snapped out of a slump yesterday. 1-1 at the knees, right down the heart of the plate, 1-2. He was 0 for 13 in his last 4 games before the 3 for 4 day yesterday. Also reached on a hit by pitch and a walk. Swings and misses right through a fastball up high there, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Polish. He's retired the last 7 Gatemen. And we head to the bottom of the fourth. Still 2-0 Harwich. We'll be right back on GBN.
Located in Wareham Crossing, Coastal Orthodontics knows the importance of a healthy smile. Dr. Kevin Oliveira and his team at Coastal Orthodontics are a patient-focused practice, delivering professional, effective orthodontic treatment based on the individual clinical needs of each patient, resulting in beautiful smiles in a timely manner. With 10 years of experience using Invisalign, Coastal Orthodontics uses the most up-to-date dental equipment. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. It only takes 6 recycled plastic bottles to make a new baseball cap.
Learning at Curry College extends beyond the classroom and is embedded in all that they do. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers and active citizenship with a global perspective. Explore undergraduate majors, minors, and concentrations, including new majors in accounting, biochemistry, and software development. Online at curry.edu.
To the bottom of the fourth, we go here at Whitehouse Field. 2-0, the Harwich Mariner lead over the Wareham Gatemen. JP Gates back out of the mound for Wareham. Joey Weimer, Nico Cavadas, Corey Acton, 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for Harwich here in the fourth. First time around, Weimer and Cavadas both singled. Acton struck out. Let's see if Gates can get some revenge on the first 2 up here in the inning. First pitch, hard line drive, left center field, a base hit. Cut off by Ward out in center, quickly gets it in and holds Weimer to a single. But Joey Weimer 2 for 2 to start his day, and that'll bring up Nico Cavadas.
Braden Ward was shaded closer to right field and had to run a fairly long way to pick that out of what was a little bit toward left center field, but mostly straight away.
That's Weimer's just 3rd multi-hit game of the season. He's 2 for 2, and now Nico Cavadas, who singled his first time up, steps in. First pitch. Fastball right down Main Street, 0-1. JP Gates, a two-way player for Wareham this summer out of Miami. Had a fantastic year at the plate for the Hurricanes. Hit .340. And the 0-1. Misses low and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. He struggled on the mound, an ERA over 5. He's only hit in 1 game this summer for Wareham. Went 0 for 4 with an RBI. Had an RBI ground out at Chatham. 1-1 curveball, misses outside, gets away from Beaver, but he does a nice job to go retrieve that ball and keep Weimer at first. On the mound, Gates coming into tonight, 6 innings pitched, gave up 3 runs, all 3 at Bourne. He pitched his first 3 innings scoreless this summer in 2 appearances against Harwich and at Brewster. The 1-1, foul tipped, back behind home plate, 1-2. Talking to Gates just about the whole two-way situation. He said he didn't start pitching until he was 12, which he considered late. He said most of the guys he knows, most of his friends, as he throws over to first, diving back safely is Weimer. Most of his friends, started pitching, right away. Little League. Gates sets the 2-2. Swing and a miss from Cavadas on a ball down low. He knew it, too. Chased a pitch in the dirt. Strikeout number 4 for Gates. Strikeout brought to you by Lang, Exit Forest, and Bullard. Head to alexblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. One away here in the 4th, and in steps Corey Acton.
Gates just completely befuddling Cavadas. Dialing it back with the old wrinkle.
Corey Acton steps in from the left side. Gates sets the pitch. Inside, and it hits Acton. Couldn't tell if it was on the wrist/elbow on that forearm or if it hit him in the ribs, but either way, it's runners on first and second with 1 down. For the Harwich Mariners, Jerry Weinstein going to pay a visit to Gates now. And Gates also says he doesn't think he became a really good hitter until he was about 15. Said baseball just, it wasn't, super easy for him. He's happy with how hard he's worked and where he's gotten to in his career. And Jerry Weinstein's going to take the ball from J.P. Gates. We'll get a pitching change here in the fourth. Runners on first and second. One down for Harwich. Bottom of the fourth. 2-0 the Mariners lead. J.P. Gates' day is done. And we'll take a short break here on GBN. We'll be right back. 2-0 Mariners. Stay tuned.
Stop by the Ansel S. Gurney House, where you will find a unique shopping and dining experience. Whether shopping for a special occasion or just to treat yourself, you'll find what you're looking for in one of the 11 themed rooms. There's also a cafe serving fresh homemade lunches overlooking the extensive gardens. The Ansel S. Gurney House is located at 403 County Road in Marion.
For a nostalgic Cape Cod vacation experience, head to Bay Motor Inn, where guests are treated like family. Located in the heart of Buzzards Bay Village, this 1950-style cottage colony still provides you with up-to-date amenities. The Gatemen thank the Bay Motor Inn for their support.
The Bay Point Golf Club offers a unique collection of 18 championship golf holes, a beautiful banquet facility, and a clubhouse that has a fully stocked pro shop. The Bay Point Grill is a perfect place to grab a meal or watch a game. The course is located off Onset Avenue in Buzzards Bay. The Gatemen thank you for your support.
Come on over to BB's Bar and Grill for food, drinks, and fun. Located on Cranberry Highway, come in to sample the delicious eats or relax with a drink while enjoying live entertainment. BB's is one of our team meal partners.
He's gotten a decision in his first two. First appearance at Chatham, June 28th. Fastball catches the outside corner, 1-1 to Winkle. Pitched 2 innings, gave up no runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, no Ks, but a 7-4 victory against Chatham for Wareham, and Prater got the win. The 1-1, low in the dirt, 2-1. Last appearance just a few days ago, July 2nd at YD, he took the loss. 3 innings pitched, gave up 2 runs, just 1 of them earned. 3 hits, 3 walks given up, 1 strikeout. And now runners are going to go. Stepping off is Prater, and they've got Weimer in a rundown. The throw to second is in time. Wow. Both runners were going for Harwich. That's just bad base running. Prater does the smart thing to step off. Weimer's caught in between second and third. McLean chased him back to second and tossed to Baker for the out. 2 away.
But Weimer almost got back to the second base bag. He made that awfully close. Bad base running initially, but great base running once he entered the pickle.
Pitch misses low and in. 3-1, the count to Patrick Winkle. Prater, the lefty from Oklahoma. Throws over to first and got him. Wow. Levi Prater doesn't even have to finish the at-bat with Patrick Winkle. Steps off, they get Weimer in a rundown, picks him off, then picks off Acton. Gatemen pitching has picked off 4 Harwich Mariners today. The Mariners bench doesn't like it. but he's out, and that ends the fourth. 2-0, the Mariner lead. We head to the fifth. We'll be right back on GBN.
Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. It only takes 6 recycled plastic bottles to make a new baseball cap.
Learning at Curry College extends beyond the classroom and is embedded in all that they do. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers and active citizenship with a global perspective. Explore undergraduate majors, minors, and concentrations, including new majors in accounting, biochemistry, and software development. Online at curry.edu.
Clobbered high and deep to right center field, and this one is gone. A home run.
That home run's brought to you by Eastern Propane and Oil. Another scholarship for a deserving youth. Eastern Propane and Oil, we're in your neighborhood.
After the game, visit El Mariachi on Main Street for the best Mexican food in Wareham. The cantina provides a delicious late-night snack accompanied by fun cocktails.
The Wareham Gatemen would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again proud to be the official batting glove of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all the Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves courtesy of Franklin Sports. To order your favorite team's design or to create your own, visit franklinsports.com/custom, enter code CCBL20 for 20% off your purchase. From Cape Cod to the major leagues, only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves.
We head to the fifth here at Whitehouse Field. Harwich 2, Wareham nothing. The Gatemen haven't been able to get anything going off of Jacob Polish. Benjamin Sems, Mike Antico, Toru Otsuka, the 7-8-9 hitters due up for the Gatemen here in the fifth. No runs on just 2 hits thus far for the Gatemen. First pitch to Sems, flared foul out of play on the left field line. 0-1. Sems, one of those 2 hits, singled in the second inning, got stranded on second base. Ever since the second, it's been 3 up, 3 down in the third and the fourth for the Gatemen. The 0-1 to Sems, swing and a miss on a fastball inside, 0-2. That was just pitch number 55 for Polish here in the fifth. The 0-2 delivery, swing and a miss on a fastball at the eye. Sems chased it. Strikeout number 5 for Polish, 1 away here in the fifth. And that'll bring up Mike Antico, who reached on an error by the second baseman, Corey Acton, his first time up. Antico's been struggling. Went 1 for 4 yesterday. He's now just 1 for 11 in his last 3 games. First pitch, shows bunt, takes a curveball high, 1-0. Antico came in a .233 hitter, 14 for 60 on the year. The 1-0 offering from Polish. Fastball fouled off into the caging behind home plate. 1-1. Mike Antico, rising senior at St. John's. And his best season of his career in the spring. Hit .386 for the Big Red as he sends a hard ground ball into right field, a base hit. Just the 3rd hit of the game for the Gatemen. First hit since the second inning. And Wareham has a 1-out base runner with the 9-hole Toru Otsuka coming to the plate.
Good piece of hitting, got a ball in on the hands and pulled it.
And that'll bring up Otsuka, who's 0 for 1 today. But when you talk to Antico about St. John's, he absolutely loves it. Said right out of high school, he thought it was the best program in the Northeast. First pitch to Otsuka, shows a bunt, lays it down first base side, barehanded and flipped to first by the pitcher Polish for the out. Antico moves to second, 2 down. Otsuka just didn't quite get it enough down the first base line. Polish was able to take a few steps off the mound and barehand it, 2 away here in the fifth. And that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Braden Ward. Ward today 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts as manager Jerry Weinstein is going to come have a discussion with the home plate umpire, Medina. Not quite sure what he could be talking about. Weinstein retreats to the dugout. And now we're set to play ball. Top 5, 2-0 Harwich. And they're going to send Antico back to first because they say Otsuka was out of the box when he made contact with that ball. That's what Weinstein was discussing. Ward swings and misses at a curveball 0-1. Wow. So instead of a runner in scoring position for the Gatemen, Antico still on first base. The lefty polish sets, unleashes the 0-1 pitch to Braden Ward. Curveball chopped foul on the first base line. 0-2. Ward coming off the 6-for-6 night last night. 4 singles, a double, and a 2-run home run. Raised his average to 350. Now the 0-2. Fastball misses outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ward's been one of the best hitters in this Gatemen lineup at the top of the order. Loves hitting leadoff. The 0-2 pitch. 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and a curveball down low. Wow. Strikeout number 7 for Polish. He's rolling through 5. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Harwich still leads 2-0. We'll be right back on GBN.
Come as you are, sit down, and relax at the deck of the Gateway Tavern. Enjoy the view while exploring their extensive food and drink menus for the ideal Cape Cod dining experience. Gateway Tavern, the official helmet sponsor of the Wareham Gatemen.
Joanne Stevenson and William Ravis Real Estate, a double play when it comes to selling or buying a home. With 19 years of experience in residential real estate and ranked #1 globally, they are sure to help you with all of your hopes and dreams. William Ravis Real Estate, the official real estate company for the Boston Red Sox, and Joanne Stevenson, your hometown agent, proudly support the Wareham Gatemen. Located on the Cape Cod Canal, Keystone Place at Buzzards Bay is the area's newest rental independent living, assisted living, and memory care community. With some of the area's largest apartments and an ultra-inclusive monthly service package, Keystone Place is a life-fulfilling retirement community unlike any other. Discover Keystone Place, the best option in Cape Cod.
One of the Gatemen's favorite places for their post-game meals is Cool Cone, where you can get anything from fried clams and fried chicken to an ice cream sundae, and then top it all off with a round of mini golf. Cool Cone, located on Route 6 on the Wareham-Marion line.
Patrick Winkle, Chris Lanzilli, Chris Galland. 7-8-9 hitters due up for Harwich here in the bottom of the 5th. 2-0, the Harwich lead over Wareham. Levi Prater on the mound for the Gatemen. First pitch chopped foul on the third base line. 0-1. Well, Prater came in with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th and runners on first and second, and the count was 3-1 to Winkle, and that's as far as he got because he picked off Joey Wiener at second base as the 0-1 catches the outside corner 0-2. And then he picks off Corey Acton at first base. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball high and away, 1-2. Impressive stuff from Levi Prater. That's one way to get yourself out of a jam. 1-2 pitch. Foul tapped. Back behind home plate. 1-2. The 1-2. Curveball low. Count evens up. 2-2. The 1-2 on the inside corner, strike 3.
Good pitch from Prater. Boy, he has good stuff.
First strikeout for Prater, and that'll bring up Chris Lanzilli. First pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball high, 0-1 to Lanzilli. It's the 5th strikeout by Gatemen pitching this afternoon. Still 2-0 Harwich, bottom 5. 0-1 misses low and inside. Count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. Curveball down low, he went around. Lanzilli checked his swing, could not hold up. 1-2. Lanzilli's RBI single in the 2nd inning was just his 4th hit of the summer. The 1-2. Fouled off, back behind home plate. Count stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. Levi Prater making his 3rd appearance of the summer for Wareham. 1-1 on the season. The 1-2 offering. Breaking ball in the dirt. Count evens up, 2-2. Wareham trying to get the bats going today. They're down to their final 6 outs. Hoping Prater can prevent any insurance runs from coming across for Harwich. A long look in, and now time called by Lanzilli. Harwich at the bottom of the East, 8-12 this season. Wareham leading the West right now. 2-2, chop towards second. Baker gloves at his chin, throws to first in time. 2 away here in the 5th, and that brings up the 9-hole Chris Galland. 11-8-1 of the Gatemen at the top of the Western Division. Galland bats from the right side. He's 0 for 1 this afternoon. The first pitch to him. Fastball paints the inside corner, 0-1. What's interesting is Harwich is 1-7 against the East. Against the West this year, Mariners are 7-5. 0-1 misses just below the knees, 1-1. The East is much better than the West this summer in the Cape Cod Baseball League, but wow. 1-1 curveball, low and in. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Down low in the dirt, 3-1. Galland came into today a .229 hitter. Prater trying to battle back the 3-1 pitch. Popped him up, foul territory, down the left field line, out of play. Count runs full, 3-2. Galland, the rising junior at Boston College, went 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts against Wareham the first time these two teams met. The payoff pitch from Prater. Popped him up foul. Out of play. Count stays full. We'll do it all over again. And Galland trying to snap out of a slump. With the ground out in the 2nd inning, he's now 0 for his last 11. The 3-2. Curveball misses inside. Ball 4. He's on with a 2-out walk here in the 5th. And in steps Max Marshak. Again, game 1 of a doubleheader here today at Harwich. We'll play 7 innings in both games. Marshak, the leadoff hitter, 0 for 2 today. Throw over to first, back safely goes Galland. He didn't even have to dive back. Just a couple step lead. Prater sets at the belt. The pitch. Fastball in at the knees. 0-1. Tell you what, pitcher's getting a lot of low calls today. The 0-1 offering from Prater. Swing and a foul tip back into the glove of Beaver. 0-2. Marshak now just 3 for 20 this season. Rising sophomore at Texas Tech. Throw over to first, diving back safely goes Galland. Marshak 0 for 4 with a strikeout yesterday at Bourne, a 3-2 loss for Harwich. Now another throw over to first, and Galland goes back safely. Marshak hit just .235 for Texas Tech this past spring. Only 21 starts. Strikeout was a problem, 9 walks, 36 strikeouts. The 0-2 runner going, swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for Prater. Strikeout brought to you by Lang, Exafaris, and Bullard. Head to lxblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. No runs on no hits, 1 left aboard for Harwich in the 5th. The Gatemen still trail 2-0. Jonah Karp will have your play-by-play when we come back on GBN.
The 99 Restaurant is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit them in Centerville, Falmouth, Mashpee, Wareham, or Yarmouth this summer and try some local flavor from the winner of the Cape Times Best Restaurant for Takeout. The 99, always the real deal. The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gatemen and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more.
Top of the 6th inning. Gatemen coming to bat, trailing by 2. Let's send it over to Javik Blake. Javik?
Thanks so much, guys. I gave us viewers and you guys in the booth the trivia question back in the 2nd inning of who was the last Gatemen player to get picked #1 overall in the draft. The hint was that both his college and pro team had the same mascot. That'd be the Tigers. Casey Mize is the answer. Got picked #1 overall by the Tigers back in 2018. Played 6 games for the Gatemen, 12 innings pitched in 2017 with a 1-0 record and a 3.00 ERA. This year he's playing in Double-A with the Erie Seawolves, where he has a 6-0 record and a 1.21 ERA, tearing up the Eastern League in 52 innings pitched. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Javik. Love good trivia questions. Use that at the dinner table tomorrow. Casey Mize.
And he is an absolute beast for the Seawolves right now.
Baker pops up a bunt, rolls it down the first base line. It lands foul. 0-1. Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi with you. Baker 1 for 2. Gatemen shut out through the first 5 innings of this doubleheader. Game 1. Harwich took a 3-1 victory back on June 20th. Baker fouls one off, 1-2, or 0-2. Nobody on, nobody out. The 0-2 to Baker. Cut on and miss, strike 3. High fastball. And Polish gets the first out at the top of the 6th.
And obviously what Polish has done today has been impressive. That's his 8th strikeout. But in a doubleheader like this, for Harwich to only use 1 pitcher, maybe 2 if they bring someone else in to close the 7th, that's what's key.
First pitch to Jacob Teeter. Catches the inner corner, 0-1. That was pitch number 67 for Jacob Polish. Misses low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jacob Teeter. The battle of the Jacobs. So far, Polish has won the battle. Teeter 0 for 2 with a pop out and a ground out. The pitch, waved at and missed. Lazy swing and a miss from Jacob Teeter. Badly fooled on the breaking ball, 1-2. Adrian Del Castillo in the on-deck circle. Nobody on, one away, top of the sixth. Gatemen trailing 2-0. The pitch from Polish. Taken downstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 8 strikeouts for Polish. He had 4 strikeouts the last time he faced the Gatemen. That was through 4 innings. In a game that only lasted 5. The pitch. Skips in the dirt, a fastball. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Teeter. Teeter came into this game batting .333, 23 hits, and 69 at-bats. The payoff. Popped up. That's going to stay in the infield. Polish off the mound. He'll be called off by the catcher, Winkle, and he lets it drop in front of him. It was Polish, Winkle, and the first baseman, Lanzilli, closing in. Polish was called off at the last second by Winkle, and then it landed in between all 3 of them. So Teeter catches a break, and there's a runner on first with 1 away.
I believe that's 100% on Patrick Winkle, the catcher. He called everybody off and then just kept running and running down the first base line. Didn't realize how far that ball was going to drift. So everybody else backed away, and he couldn't get there.
First pitch low and away to Adrian Del Castillo, 1-0.
And that's just a single for Teeter, I believe.
It is a single. It's an infield single that was on the infield for maybe half a second. Just a high pop-up that everyone misread. 1 ball, no strikes to Del Castillo. Pitch downstairs, 2-0. Del Castillo 0 for 2 here in game 1 of this doubleheader. Has 3 home runs on the season, 11 RBIs, including 4 yesterday. 4 of them coming on 1 hit, a grand slam in the first inning of yesterday's 15-4 victory. Hit on the ground, right side of the infield, could be 2, flip to second for 1, turn over to first, in time, double play, side retired. Acton to Noisy to Lanzilli, 4-6-3, and that ends the top of the 6th. No runs on a hit, nobody left after 5.5. Gatemen trail 2-0. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
The Bay Point Golf Club offers a unique collection of 18 championship golf holes, a beautiful banquet facility, and a clubhouse that has a fully stocked pro shop. The Bay Point Grill is a perfect place to grab a meal or watch a game. The course is located off Onset Avenue in Buzzards Bay. The Gatemen thank you for your support.
Come on over to BB's Bar and Grill for food, drinks, and fun. Located on Cranberry Highway, come in to sample the delicious eats or relax with a drink while enjoying live entertainment. BB's is one of our team meal partners. One of the area's best restaurants is located right up the street, Brewfish Bar and Eatery. Brewfish offers 20 rotating craft beers on tap and creative pub food. Check out their off-the-menu brunch with a Bloody Mary bar and $5 mimosas on Sundays. Join us for outdoor dining and drinks under the tent or for live music. Located on Route 105 in Marion.
Cape Cod Healthcare is the leading provider of healthcare services for residents and visitors of Cape Cod with 2 acute care hospitals and more than 450 physicians. For more information, please visit capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Healthcare. Expert physicians, quality hospitals, superior care.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Dylan Noisy, Christian Fedko, Joey Weimer, the 3 due up. 2, 3, and 4 in the Mariners order. Harwich over Wareham, 2-0. Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi with you. 4 hits, no runs for Wareham. 5 hits, 2 runs for Harwich. But bad base running here in game 1 of this doubleheader. 4 players for the Mariners have been retired on the base paths today. Levi Prater back on the bump. Left-handed pitcher against the right-handed Dylan Noisy. Reached base on a walk. He was one of those retired on the base paths, trying to go first to second, picked off by J.P. Gates. First pitch over the inner half, 0-1 to Noisy. That was part of a 1-2-3 inning to start for J.P. Gates. Noisy 0 for 1 with a strikeout, the 0-1. Skips in front of Dallas Beaver, the catcher, 1-1. Levi Prater making his 3rd appearance, his 2nd out of the bullpen for the Gatemen, the 1-1. Misses the inside corner, 2 balls and 1 strike. If you've been listening to our broadcasts all season, you'd know Prater's story, and it's an interesting one. So we're going to reiterate it. Slashed foul down the right field line, 2-2. Levi Prater is a left-handed pitcher because his right hand has just his pinky finger and his ring finger. He lost the other 3 when he was about 2 years old in an accident. So he's always been a left-handed pitcher. The pitch, hit on the ground, left side of the infield. Stems, waits, the shortstop fires over to first, picking it up at the shoe tops. 1 away. So he wears the glove strap a little bit tighter than usual to keep that glove on his right hand. But he's an effective pitcher. He's in the best summer league in the country. Christian Fedko, the new batter. Nobody on base, 1 man out. Bottom of the second. Harwich leading 2-0. Trying to tack on some insurance before closing it out in the top of the 7th. Lifted in the air, down the left field line, twisting, that's a fair ball. Rolling all the way down the left field line, picked up in the corner by Mike Antico, the left fielder. Throws it back into second, a strong throw, picked up by Darren Baker, but not in time to get Christian Fedko. And there's a runner in scoring position with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th.
Fedko laced that ball down the line. It had tail. It was slicing toward the line and landed fair by probably about a foot or so. And you're not going to keep him quiet long. He's a .390 hitter, 0 for 2 today before that double. That's his 5th double of the year.
Jerry Weinstein, the manager, coming out to talk to his relief pitcher. That might be it for Levi Prater. The entire infield converging on top of the pitching mound. That's hit number 6 for Harwich. The Mariners over the Gatemen, 2-0. 1 away, now a runner at second in the bottom of the 6th. And Weinstein goes back to the dugout. Prater staying in to try to get the last 2 outs, or at least try to get Joey Weimer, who's 2 for 2. But twice tonight, Weimer has been caught on the base paths. 2 for 2 with 2 singles. We're getting a pinch runner, Daniel Cabrera, the rising junior at LSU, coming in for Christian Fedko. And Joey Weimer is going to get the intentional pass. Weimer standing out first base with an intentional walk. And now there's runners on first and second, setting up a double play opportunity with 1 away in the bottom of the 6th inning.
I think it's a very smart move. Sets up the double play, takes the bat out of the hands of Weimer, who is 2 for 2 today. See if he can get a ground ball here.
First pitch to Cavadas. Taken at the knee, strike 1. So it's Cabrera off second, Weimer off first, with 1 away in the bottom of the 6th. A 2-0 lead for the Mariners. Nico Cavadas 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Left-on-left matchup. The pitch. Skips in the dirt, bounces in front of Beaver, but he stays with it. 1-1. Something we haven't mentioned yet, which is quite fascinating. Each of the 3 bags are red, white, and blue. Perhaps in honor of July 4th. I'd assume that's the reason, but this is our first time at Harwich.
Yes, that is the reason.
Pitch sits away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Is that confirmed?
Yes. Cape League Twitter posted it a couple days ago on July 4th.
Very cool. 2-1 the count. The pitch sits low and away. 3 balls and 1 strike to Cavadas. The Gatemen not playing on Independence Day. One of just 2 teams in the Cape League with the day off. Corey Acton in the on-deck circle. 2 on base, 1 man out, bottom of the 6th. Prater checks the runner at second. Pitch rolled and fouled down the right field line. Hit sharply by Cavadas. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cabrera off second base, Weimer off first. A long look in from Prater. Now comes set at the belt, checks the runner at second. Deals from the third base side of the rubber. Double takes, kicks, fires the pitch. Cut on and miss, strike 3. Big strikeout from Levi Prater. 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. That strikeout brought to you by Lang, Safaris, and Bullard. Head to lxblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. 2 away, 2 on. Corey Acton, the new batter. Reached base on a hit by pitch in the 4th. Was retired on the base paths. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Cabrera on second, Weimer on first. The pitch from Prater. Tapped foul, right side, 0-1. Corey Acton, the rising sophomore at the University of Florida, has struggled so far. 0 for 1 today, now 2 for his first 13 with the Mariners. Does have a homer and 2 RBIs. The 0-1. Taken downstairs, it gets by Beaver. Both runners advance, no throw from Dallas Beaver. 1-1 the count to Corey Acton. Now there's 2 in scoring position with 2 away in the bottom of the 6th.
And this at-bat just became that much bigger because a base hit probably scores 2 now. Wareham really can't afford 1 to come across. 2 would be backbreaking.
1 ball, 1 strike the count to the second baseman, Patrick Winkle on deck. The pitch from Prater. Fouled off, 1-2. Mariners over Wareham, 2-0. Acton struck out 50 times with the Gators this season. Walked 28 times. Batted .251 with 6 homers. The 1-2. On the outside corner, strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the bottom of the 6th. Huge strikeout by Levi Prater to keep 2 in scoring position. No runs on a hit, 2 left after 6. Harwich over Wareham, 2-0. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Clobbered high and deep to right center field, and this one is gone. A home run.
That home run's brought to you by Eastern Propane and Oil. Another scholarship for a deserving youth. Eastern Propane and Oil, we're in your neighborhood.
After the game, visit El Mariachi on Main Street for the best Mexican food in Wareham. The cantina provides a delicious late-night snack accompanied by fun cocktails.
The Wareham Gatemen would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again proud to be the official batting glove of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all the Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves courtesy of Franklin Sports. To order your favorite team's design or to create your own, visit franklinsports.com/custom, enter code CCBL20 for 20% off your purchase. From Cape Cod to the major leagues, only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves.
Come as you are, sit down, and relax at the deck of the Gateway Tavern. Enjoy the view while exploring their extensive food and drink menus for the ideal Cape Cod dining experience. Gateway Tavern, the official helmet sponsor of the Wareham Gatemen.
Joanne Stevenson and William Ravis Real Estate, a double play when it comes to selling or buying a home. With 19 years of experience in residential real estate and ranked #1 globally, they are sure to help you with all of your hopes and dreams. William Ravis Real Estate, the official real estate company for the Boston Red Sox, and Joanne Stevenson, your hometown agent, proudly support the Wareham Gatemen.
2-0 Harwich. Back here at Whitehouse Field. We're only playing 7. And so far, Jacob Polish has gone 6. He's back on the mound to try to finish it off here in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Jonah, Karp, Gabe, Genovesi with you. Dallas Beaver, Matt McLean, Benjamin Sims, the 3 due up. First pitch downstairs. 1 ball and no strikes to Dallas Beaver. Hal Hughes is coming in for Cavadas over at third. The pitch. Over the outside corner, 1-1. Beaver 0 for 2. A line out and a fly out. Just 4 hits here in the first game for Wareham. No runs across. The pitch. Beaver squares to bunt and bunts it foul down the third base line. 1-2.
Dallas Beaver showing bunt there. That was a straight, if I get this down the third base line, I'm beating it out for a single. That was Dallas Beaver's mindset with Hughes playing way back behind third base. Instead, he bunts it foul, and he's down to his last strike.
Gatemen down to their last 3 outs. Swung on and fouled off. 1-2 count holds. Cavada's now at first base, in for Lanzilli. And Rothenberg catching for Winkle. The pitch, downstairs, ball 2. Count even, 2-2. Outfield is still the same. Middle infield still the same. And the pitcher still the same. Chopped foul down the first base line. Count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beaver came up late, a late addition to this roster for Wareham, but has been raking. Batting .363 in his first 33 at-bats. 12 hits in 33 at-bats with a homer, 6 RBIs. The pitch from Polish. Laced and into right field for a base hit. Beaver just pulled it and lined it right into right field, and that begins the top of the 7th with a base runner for Wareham. And a tying run at the plate, Matt McLean. Gatemen trailing 2-0. Dallas Beaver continues to stay red hot. He's 1 for 3 tonight.
And that's huge to get the leadoff hitter aboard here in the 7th. Tying run comes to the plate, nobody down. See if Matt McLean can string together a couple hits.
Polish trying to put together a complete game shutout, albeit in only 7 innings. First pitch off speed taken downstairs by McLean, 1-0. That was pitch number 83 from Jacob Polish. 61 strikes, 22 balls. Beaver at first. The pitch. Catches the inside corner, 1-1. McLean 0 for 2 with a line out and a strikeout. Now 5 hits for Wareham. Still looking for their first run. A day after scoring 15. The pitch from Polish. Misses inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. This is game 1 of a doubleheader. So stick around for the second game. This one started just after 3 o'clock. Polish comes set at the belt. Looks in. And deals the pitch. Fisted, it's popped up. Polish off the mound, makes the catch right behind the mound. And Beaver goes back to first, 1 away.
Pitch high and in to McLean. Probably chased a ball there. Easy out for Polish.
That was pitch number 85 for Jacob Polish. Benjamin Sem's the new batter. A double play ends it. It's a left-on-left matchup. Beaver over at first, 1 away, top of the 7th. Sems represents the tying run in the box. The pitch. Taken at the knee, strike 1. Sems is 1 for 2. He singled in the 2nd inning, struck out swinging in the 5th. Polish from the belt. Fouled off. 0-2. Sems went 0 for 5 yesterday with 5 groundouts. The only Gateman to start the game and not record a hit. Today he's one of just 5 Gatemen to tally a hit. The pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, now 2 away, and the Gatemen down to their final out.
And strikeout number 9 for Polish. My goodness, this has been one of the best pitching performances we've seen from an opponent this season. Especially if he can complete this and go all 7.
Dallas Beaver still at first base. Mike Antico, the new batter. Another left-on-left matchup. Antico the tying run. The pitch. Misses the outside corner, 1-0. Antico has reached twice. Singled in the 5th. Reached on an error in the 2nd. Polish deals from the belt. Pitch number 91. Here it comes. Popped up into foul ground left side, out of play. 1-1. Beaver off of first, not necessarily a threat to run, not that he would go in this situation. Long look in from Polish. Comes set at the belt. Takes a look over at first base, takes a breath, kicks, fires the pitch. Just misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Antico.
Oh, good hold from Antico there. Wow. Curveball starts in on him, breaks, and misses outside. It's tough to lay off.
The pitch. Hit sharply into right field for a base hit. Antico stops at first. Beaver pulls in at second. 2 on with 2 away in the top of the 7th inning for the number 9 batter, Tora Otsuka.
Second time today we've seen Antico just rip a ball to right field on an inside pitch. He's got a multi-hit day, his 5th of the season. And now the tying run on first. Otsuka doesn't really have the power to hit a 3-run bomb, but you never know what can happen if he can slice one down the line somewhere. Chad Stevens gonna pinch run. He comes into second. Antico's got speed on first. You hope Otsuka, can just hit one hard down one of the lines.
So it's Chad Stevens coming in for Dallas Beaver. He's standing at second base, and Mike Antico, one of the fastest players that the Gatemen possess, is on first base as the tying run. Tora Otsuka will step into the box as a potential go-ahead run in a 2-0 Harwich ball game. More speed on the base paths than the Gatemen had previously, but still 2 away in the top of the 7th. And Polish just 1 out away from a complete game shutout in game 1.
And along with that pinch runner, Harwich did have a mound visit, decided to leave Polish in.
First pitch to Otsuka. Takes it for a strike right down Broadway, 0-1.
Off speed, breaking ball there, not looking for that on the first pitch. Wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't see many fastballs in this at-bat.
This will be pitch number 95 for the starting pitcher. A left-on-left matchup. Polish from the belt. Deals the pitch. Right down the middle. 0-2. Gatemen down to their final strike.
That's a great job by Winkle to frame that. That pitch was below the knees of Otsuka. He gave Polish a strike there. Well done.
2 on, 2 away. Top of the 7th. Long look in from Polish. Now comes set at the belt. The 0-2 to Otsuka. Lifted in the air, out to left field, down the left field line, twisting foul. It'll land out of play. Count holds at 0-2.
Polish missed his spot there. I think it was supposed to be a fastball up. Winkle was already halfway out of his crouch, and it ended up being a fastball right at the knees. Otsuka just late.
9 strikeouts tonight for Polish. A miraculous performance. Oh, 2 the count holds to Otsuka. 2 on, 2 away, top of the 7th. The pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. Otsuka 0 for 2 with a line out and a ground out. Back to the top of the order after this if Otsuka can keep the inning alive. Tying run at first base and Mike Antico. Potential go-ahead run at the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the number 9 man Otsuka. The pitch. Fisted foul into the backstop. Count holds at 1-2. 2-0 Harwich. Game 1 of a doubleheader. 6 hits for both teams. The 2 runs across in the 2nd inning for the Mariners, the difference. Polish 1 out away from a complete game shutout. The 1-2. Swung on and missed at a pitch in the dirt. Rothenberg pops up, fires to first to complete the strikeout, and that'll do it. Jacob Polish with a miraculous performance a complete game shutout against the Wareham Gatemen in Game 1 of this doubleheader. The Mariners take the victory 2-0 at home.
Cape Cod Healthcare is the leading provider of healthcare services for residents and visitors of Cape Cod with 2 acute care hospitals and more than 450 physicians. For more information, please visit capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Healthcare. Expert physicians, quality hospitals, superior care.
Located in Wareham Crossing, Coastal Orthodontics knows the importance of a healthy smile. Dr. Kevin Oliveira and his team at Coastal Orthodontics are a patient-focused practice, delivering professional, effective orthodontic treatment based on the individual clinical needs of each patient, resulting in beautiful smiles in a timely manner. With 10 years of experience using Invisalign, Coastal Orthodontics uses the most up-to-date dental equipment. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. It only takes 6 recycled plastic bottles to make a new baseball cap.
Learning at Curry College extends beyond the classroom and is embedded in all that they do. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers and active citizenship with a global perspective. Explore undergraduate majors, minors, and concentrations, including new majors in accounting, biochemistry, and software development. Online at curry.edu.
Clobbered high and deep to right center field, and this one is gone. A home run.
That home run's brought to you by Eastern Propane and Oil. Another scholarship for a deserving youth. Eastern Propane and Oil, we're in your neighborhood.
First game in the books of this doubleheader. It's a 2-0 Mariners victory over the Gatemen. Jonah, Karp, Gabe, Genovesi with you on the Gatemen Postgame Show, breaking down this loss for the Gatemen, snapping a 2-game win streak. Well, the story of the game, Jacob Polish, Gabe. I mean, what else can you say about him? But he polished off the Gatemen today.
My goodness, 7 innings, all 7, complete games, 6 hits allowed, no runs, no walks, 10 strikeouts. An absolutely marvelous performance from Polish, who improves to 2-1 on the year and has now allowed just 2 earned runs in 17 innings pitched this summer. Both victories, by the way, for Polish this season against the Gatemen. Wareham just can't seem to hit Jacob Polish, and a night after Wareham has 20 hits, 15 runs, the Gatemen get just 6 today, and they fall in Game 1, 2-0.
The last time Jacob Polish faced the Gatemen was the last time the Gatemen faced the Mariners. That was a 3-1 final over at Spillane Field. The Mariners took that victory, and that was a game that got fogged out after 5 innings. Jacob Polish went 4 of those innings, struck out 4, allowed just 3 hits. Now in this game, he goes, well, all 7. Still, these two teams haven't played a 9-inning ball game, but Jacob Polish even better in this performance than he was against Wareham when he faced him back on June 20th. He was wonderful, but the other part of that is, well, the Gatemen bats just couldn't get going. A day after, less than 24 hours after they tallied 15 runs.
Yeah, Braden Ward after 6 for 6. He goes 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Darren Baker did have a hit, but Adrian Del Castillo in the cleanup spot went 0 for 3, including a 4-6-3 double play in the 6th inning. Matt McClain 0 for 3. Tora Otsuka 0 for 3. He ends a 6-game hit streak. Just nothing going for the Gatemen here in Game 1.
Nothing at all, but the pitching was pretty good. J.P. Gates went the first few and only 2 runs across back in the 2nd inning, but that proved to be enough. That proved to be the difference. Levi Prater pretty good out of the bullpen.
Very good out of the bullpen, Levi Prater was. 2 2/3 innings pitched, only gave up 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, including back-to-back strikeouts at the end of the 6th inning to keep the game 2-0 when the Mariners had runners on 1st and 2nd and 1 out, and then because of a passed ball, 2nd and 3rd and 2 outs, and he gets the K's to end the inning. He gave the Gatemen a shot tonight.
Once again, the final score from Whitehouse Field, 2-0. Mariners take Game 1 of this doubleheader. They improve to 9-12 entering the 2nd game of the doubleheader, which will go on in about 30 minutes from now. The Gatemen fall to 11-9-1 on the season. We'll see them again in about 30 minutes. We're going to take another short break, maybe send it over to Javik Blake when we come back. Stick around on the Gatemen Postgame Show.
The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gatemen and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more. The 2019 Cape League All-Star Game will be played at Eldridge Park, home of the Orleans Firebirds. Mark the date on your calendar, Sunday, July 21st. Game time is 6 p.m., but the gates open at 2. One highlight will be the home run hitting contest. There will also be an autograph session and a large merchandise village with items from many of the teams. Be sure to buy your tickets now, right here at the merchandise.
Stop by the Ansel Gurney House, where you will find a unique shopping and dining experience. Whether shopping for a special occasion or just to treat yourself, you'll find what you're looking for in one of the 11 themed rooms. There's also a cafe serving fresh homemade lunches overlooking the extensive gardens. The Ansel Gurney House is located at 403 County Road in Marion.
For a nostalgic Cape Cod vacation experience, head to Bay Motor Inn, where guests are treated like family. Located in the heart of Buzzards Bay Village, this 1950-style cottage colony still provides you with up-to-date amenities. The Gatemen thank the Bay Motor Inn for their support.
The Bay Point Golf Club offers a unique collection of 18 championship golf holes, a beautiful banquet facility, and a clubhouse that has a fully stocked pro shop. The Bay Point Grill is a perfect place to grab a meal or watch a game. The course is located off Onset Avenue in Buzzards Bay. The Gatemen thank you for your support.
Back here at Whitehouse Field, the final score of Game 1 of the doubleheader, Harwich 2, Wareham nothing. Levi Prater was very, very good out of the bullpen. Javik Blake standing by with the stellar pitcher. Javik?
Fantastic today, 2 2/3 inning. You only gave up 1 hit, 4 strikeouts. What was working for you today?
Found a good feel for the breaking ball earlier in the bullpen, and then just pounding them in, mixing the breaking ball off the same tunnel. Worked well for me.
Now you had those 2 pickoffs back to back. You didn't even face a batter yet. You recorded 2/3 of an inning. Walk me through those 2 pickoffs.
First guy, I went one look the first 2 pitches. Wanted to slow myself down a little bit, so went one look, went back and stopped it. He never stopped his feet, took off to third, so I just stepped off, and then the other kid just got a bad read on a leg lift.
And now, after your final strikeout, you showed a lot of emotion. How good did it feel to have a great outing today?
Felt good, I got up here late. It's good to compete with these guys up here, a lot of great talent. A lot of guys punching the ball around the yard. It feels good to go out and compete with some of the best of the best.
All right, thanks so much, Levi. Best of luck to you the rest of the way. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you.
Hey, no worries, man.
Thanks so much, Javik. Appreciate it. Talking to Levi Prater, who was pretty darn good out of the bullpen, but the Gatemen couldn't tally any runs across here in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Look to change it a little bit in Game 2 and maybe pull out a victory and not tally back-to-back losses. They were on a 3-game win streak in first place as we entered the first game. So 2-0 the final score. Thoughts from Game 1?
Wareham just couldn't get the bats going. Pitching was excellent, as even J.P. Gates in his 3 1/3 innings pitched only gave up 2 runs. Doubleheaders just aren't Wareham's friend this year. The back-to-back losses against Orleans in the last doubleheader, now the Game 1 loss here. You gotta avoid the sweep in Game 2, especially to a Harwich team that's 8-12.
They did sweep Chatham in their first doubleheader this year, but recently not so much success recently in doubleheaders. Okay, that'll do it for the first game. Gabe Genovesi will have your call for the first 2 innings of the second game. We'll be right back in about 20 minutes or so. Stick around on GBN.